It's time for Vermillion Tanagers football on ESPN 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, and Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube. Brought to you by our corporate sponsor, First Dakota National Bank of Vermillion, and the following Vermillion Sportscaster Club members: Murph's Appliance, Knudsen Family Dentistry, Runnings of Vermillion, Vermillion Chamber and Development Company, Vermillion Vision Care, Voyage Credit Union, Todd's Electric, Slumberland, Larry's Heating and Cooling, Masaba, Blaine's Body Shop, Clay County Abstract, The Lumberyard, Yankton Thrive, Johnson Feed, Vermillion Medical Clinic, First Dakota National Bank, Kalen's, Fuller Digital Solutions, Thermobond, Intech, Dairy Queen of Vermillion, Farmers Union Insurance, Vermillion Auto Works, Dave's Roofing, Pizza Ranch of Vermillion, and Candy's Couture. Now to the field in the Vermillion Area Chamber and Development Company pregame show with the voice of Vermillion Tanager Athletics, Michael Schumacher. And we are live from Lennox, South Dakota. I'm Parker Ord, joined by Michael Schumacher. We've got Vermillion Tanagers boys junior varsity right now against Lennox. Orioles lead the Tanagers by 7 points. And we have Daxton Christensen at the free throw line for the Tanager boy varsity team. First shot is good for Christensen. Now the Tanagers have kind of crawled back into this. They started down a little bit, but some good free throw opportunities, and they've really been pushing the fast break. Second shot, no good for Christensen. Lennox rebound. Looks like possibly violation. They'll say there was a foul against Vermillion. Second foul for them on the quarter. Lennox bringing the ball up. Kicked over the corner, top of the key. Pass down low, broken up by Vermillion. And shot in the corner. Three is good for Lennox. That'll be number 33, Justin Butler, on the shot. Vermillion getting their offense going. Hovden kicks it up. It's over to the wing. Shot no good. Pass broken up, but still kept by Lennox. Lennox in transition takes another three. No good. Shot from Wyatt Holland, and it's out of bounds. Looks like Lennox will keep the basketball off of Tanager. Looks like the ball might have bounced off Daxton Christensen there. And we'll get a timeout.
A 30-second timeout here.
Yeah. And then we will take one with them here.
It's funny how life is made up of moments. Quiet ones, big ones, and ones you never forget. A wish, a milestone, a moment you didn't know would mean so much. Because life is made in the moments we share. Voyage Federal Credit Union. For every memory made, for every moment ahead.
Here we go. Lennox will inbound after that ball bounced off of presumably Daxton Christensen. Looks like Justin Butler will inbound for the Orioles. Over the corner, wide open three-pointer. No good. Vermillion rebounds. They've got it in transition.
Nice rebound by Cam Bottleson there.
Yeah. Dribble handoff. Trying to pass it out. Cleveland at the top of the key. He takes it downhill, shoots it up, contact. Gets his own rebound. No good. Gets his rebound again. Great effort by Cleveland. Ball's off Lennox. Vermillion gets another shot at it. Offensive rebounding there, very crucial by Cleveland to keep this possession alive.
Cleveland kind of showing why he's getting a lot of varsity play this year.
Yeah, no, he's got energy. And look, post hook, shot's good. Quick transition play here. Sealed off. Shot is good. Yeah, a little bit of a size advantage there for Wyatt Kirschgauser. Hovden gives it up to Rohrig. Spot up three-pointer. Nothing but net for Daxton Christensen. What a three. Lennox looking to answer. Bullard over to Holland. Top of the key, another spot up three-pointer, and that's good. Justin Butler with another make for Lennox. These teams are really answering each other back and forth. Pretty good pace we got going here. Daxton Christensen gets a ball screen. Ball gets broken up. He just takes it down. Kicks it over to the corner. Looks like we might have a foul on the ground. Foul is against Lennox. Brody Meredith in the game for Grant Rohrig. Tyson Hovden to inbound. Gets the pass in, gets the ball back, spots up for three. Hovden good. Vermillion's made this a 6-point ball game. Pretty interesting junior varsity contest so far. Ball's in the corner, goes down low. Kicked out for another three-pointer. Lennox is really spotting up for these outside jumpers. Ball not secured, brought in by Cameron Bottleson. Cleveland sets the ball screen. Downhill momentum, kick back up. Christensen thought about the shot, kicks it to the corner. Three-pointer good. Vermillion can't miss right now. Another make from Cale Cleveland.
Again, Cale Cleveland, his sisters Janaea and Chandler, both great athletes.
Yeah, runs in the family. And then transition, Vermillion. What a shot. Looks like we'll see some fouls there. Daxton Christensen went right to the bucket, and there was nothing for Lennox to do but really provide some tough contact there, and it ended up being a foul. Could be as close as a 1-point game if he makes these.
There's a bake sale going on. It's a fundraiser. I'm seeing all this great food, and you're smelling that garlic bread come by. Oh, man.
Yeah, first shot, no good. Yeah, no, definitely. I saw that. We walked in. There was a goulash fundraiser and a bunch of little treat bars.
Baked goods. I think that might be a Lennox thing because they had one when we were here before, too, remember?
Yeah, we were here for their homecoming game, and they had fresh baked goods. And then second shot is good, though, so we got a 2-point game. Yeah, no, Millbank. I remember Millbank had a really nice setup when we went up there for their game.
That's right.
Yeah. Great defense, top of the key. Kick to the corner. Looks like it's Scarf. No, sorry, wrong team. Excuse me.
Good defense in the corner by Cale Cleveland.
Holy, that was great defense from Cale. Not letting Lennox get any easy shots here. This is a really competitive JV game. Pass, and they've got a full shot clock.
So about a 10-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock here in quarter number 3 of this JV matchup.
Pass down low, no good. Shot, second opportunity goes well for Stockwell. Less than 20 seconds to go. Hovden's got the ball. He's going to dribble out some of this clock. He gives it up to Cleveland. I'd kind of assume Cale Cleveland gets the last shot here. Pull-up floater. No good for Cleveland. We'll go into quarter number 4 with a 4-point deficit for the Tanagers. Don't go anywhere.
We'll be back in 1 minute after these messages. This
Candies Couture is your complete women's lingerie shop. Bras, underwear, PJs, loungewear, swimwear, sports bras, activewear, and much, much more. Small to 3 extra large and over 200 different sizes of bras. AA to O cup bands 28 to 56 in store. Candies Couture, 17 West Main Street.
The Pizza Ranch Vermillion is your event headquarters. Enjoy the crisp salad bar, the country's best chicken, and fresh pizza. Want a custom pizza? Just ask. We are proud to offer the buffet your way. And the Fun Zone Arcade features 36 games, 2 golf simulators, and full bar. Perfect for pregame tailgates and parties. Have a business meeting, team, or office party? Reserve the Dakota Center. It holds up to 300 people. Order online at pizzaranch.com for delivery, or circle your wagons and make Pizza Ranch your tailgate place next to USG.
Go. We're underway with quarter number 4 here on Lennox for the junior varsity game, Tanagers Orioles. Pretty great quarter there from both teams. Tanagers hit a couple crucial threes there to really knock into this deficit that's going on. Lennox inbounds. They will start the quarter. Spellman over to Kirschler. Oh, pass broken up. Transition. Let's see if the shot's good. What a play.
Beautiful play by Hopton, creating the steal. Basically a scoop and score for him.
Yeah. No, he just was so active on defense and turns it into a great scoring opportunity. Tanagers are now within 2.
Steal by Bottleson.
There we go. Vermillion is just forcing turnovers left and right.
Chance to tie it or take the lead here.
Spot up three-pointer. No good. Rebounded by Lennox. Looking to crawl back some momentum after back-to-back turnovers. Great on-ball defense from Hovden there. Ball screen almost loses it out of bounds. Shot down low through the contact is good. Looks like that was Spielman on the shot. Rorig at the top of the key, kicks it over. Christensen to Hovden. Drives down and good. Tyson Hovden have a night. 2-point game still. These teams are really just clawing right at each other. Lennox really taking a bunch of three-pointers, and they're going in. Got to give them that credit. Number 33, Justin Butler on that make. He's made a couple threes tonight. Looks like we've got a timeout here.
Looks like a 30-second timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance. We'll be back after these messages. This is Tanager Basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
In a situation like this, the first thing you do, of course, is make sure everybody's okay. And then you're thinking, you better call your insurance person. No, just call Justin. At Vermillion Auto Works, you see Justin handles all the insurance claims and gives free quotes. Not everybody does the free quote thing anymore, you know. So call Justin at Vermillion Auto Works. He'll take care of the situation. Carrying WeatherTech, Rough Country, and Tuxedo. Vermillion Auto Works.
We're back with Vermillion Tanager basketball. 5-point game here. Lennox and Vermillion have really just been going back and forth. Lennox shooting very well from 3. Looks like there's a little bit of a press. Christensen will take it up for Vermillion. Gives it up to Rorig. Rorig gets a screen, crosses over, kicks it down low, gets it back. Shot no good. Deflected midair by Lennox. Orioles have it back. Ball finds itself in the corner. 2 players end up on the ground. They're going to say offensive foul on Lennox.
Nice job by Rorig to maintain his position there.
Yeah, he took quite a hit there, and it proved worthy for Vermillion to get the ball back, especially fourth quarter. You really want that when you're down 5.
Yep.
Here's Rohrig on offense. Top of the key, gets it over to Christensen. Christensen just drives right to the basket, passes down low, open in the corner. Shots in and out. Good look from Rohrig, just doesn't manage to hit the bottom of the net.
Doesn't get much further down the basket than that and come out.
Yeah. Pass broken up by Hovden. He is just all over the passing lane right now. 6'5" Wyatt Holland checks in for Lennox. Got some size here on their JV team.
They really do. A big height advantage for Lennox here.
Spot up 3, no good. Now Vermillion can go off to the races, try to break into this 5-point deficit. Shot blocked there down low from Hovden. Lennox swinging it around. Blaze Spielman, they're leaving him open for 3. Not much of a shooter, it looks like. Shot up, no good for Lennox. Stolen right back, though. And an and one. Continuous effort there from Wyatt Holland, and Vermillion couldn't quite stop him going to the basket. Shot is good, 8-point game. Rohrig to Hovden, back to Rohrig. Drives in, takes the pull up, gets fouled on the shot. Might call it on the ground. Looks like they'll call it on the shot. He'll take 2 of them.
And he got a lot of ball there.
Yeah,
I think it might have been with the body, but he got a lot of ball.
There we go, yeah. First shot good. Yeah, no, I think that was the block up top might have been clean, but maybe there was lower body contact. There's a couple Orioles surrounding him, so. And the second shot is good. 6-point games, definitely not out of reach, and we'll see a timeout here from Vermillion.
Coach Ruvers wants to take a full timeout, brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. We'll be back after these messages on Fox Sports Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570.
Knutson Family Dentistry in Vermillion treats you like family. They believe a healthy smile starts with compassionate care. From toddlers to grandparents, their gentle team is here for your whole family. Whether it's a routine checkup or a full smile makeover, they'll keep you comfortable and confident. Knutson Family Dentistry in Vermillion makes your smile shine. Visit Knutson Family Dentistry online or call today, 605-624-6291.
Interior technicians.
Jerry, I need your help. I'm in a real pickle.
How can we help? We clean carpets, furnace and duct cleaning, mold remediation, fire restoration, water damage restoration, office cleaning, and much more.
No, Jerry, I'm in a real pickle. I'm stuck and I can't get out. Hang on, I'll send you pics so you can see what I mean.
Oh my gosh. When you need it clean, call the Intech team. Fixing pickles since 1984.
We're back here in Lennox, South Dakota. 2:38 left to go on the clock in junior varsity boys action. Lennox leads Vermillion 46-40. Vermillion's going to the full court press. They're going to try to take down this 6-point lead with some ball pressure. They forced a couple turnovers already. Let's see how they can do when it's part of the game plan. Bunch of quick passes from Lennox. blocking foul called against Rohrig. Blaze Spielman will take some shots here for Lennox. First one's good. Second shot here for Spielman could make this an 8-point game. No good. Rohrig tries to fight for the rebound. He's fouled by Spielman. Puts Lennox 2 fouls away from the bonus. Rohrig leads it in transition over to Hovden. Gets a screen from Meredith. Kicks it back to Meredith. Spot up three-pointer. Back of the rim. Rebounded by Hovden. Kicks it out top of the key. Spot up three. No good. Lennox is able to pull it in after the miss from Daxton Christensen. Lennox here probably just looking to knock some time off of the clock. Good defense from Vermillion, but they're not able to box out and get that rebound. They allow the offensive rebound and the putback.
The height difference really came into play there.
Yeah, no, you just don't have the positioning right there, so it's really difficult to get the rebound. Rohrig kicks it over to the corner. Looks like it got tipped. Ball's broken up, stolen. What a play there from Bottlefson, I believe. No, play from Brody Meredith, excuse me. Great instinct to just steal the ball and make the shot.
Guess I'm not quite sure what the discussion is here. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So it would be a delay of game, but should be a warning. Yep. Okay. One of the Tanagers slapped the ball, so technically a delay of game. First is a warning. Second, any Timberwolves fan will realize the second time will be a technical. That is what happened to Ant a couple of weeks ago, and then he went ballistic and got ejected. So hopefully that doesn't happen here in the last 59 seconds.
Full press from Vermillion. Hovden gets the pass, broken up, but they call the ball out on him. 57 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. 7-point deficit. Vermillion needs a turnover here.
Tanager girls have appeared there in the corner, ready for their varsity game coming up next.
Lennox just trying to waste clock in transition. Really difficult for Vermillion to play a foul game when they have to foul 3 more times. Lennox just pivoting, using that shot clock, smart dribbles. Couple dump-off passes. Down low, Spielman. No good, but ball is rebounded. Lennox can just dribble out the entire shot clock here. Vermillion starts the foul. We'll see if they can make a miracle happen.
And I don't believe Coach Roovers wanted him to foul. I kind of saw him over on the other end. I think in the JV, obviously the fouling game is to win. JV is more about development and learning the game. I think there are some coaches that just say, okay, if we lose, we want to lose clean type of thing.
Yeah, and also it's like 22 seconds with 7 points. Might be difficult no matter, if you get the foul, make the miss, make a three, get the foul, make the miss, both, make the three, you're still down 1.
Yeah.
So
they called another foul. Vermillion thought it should be a jump ball. I don't think intent was to foul there. As knocked out of bounds. So Vermillion still playing defense.
yeah, he's not wasting the clock with the free throws. Full pass completed, kept out of the hands of the Tanagers. They're not going for the foul. Looks like we got about 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2, and that is our junior varsity 49-42. And then next we'll have the Vermillion Chamber and Development Company pregame show.
So we'll be back after these messages with the Vermillion Chamber and Development Company pregame show with interviews with Coach Adam Quayle and Coach John Brooks. We'll be back after these messages. This is Tanager Basketball on Fox Sports Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM KVTK, and on Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube. We'll be right back.
If you want somebody to come into your home and fix everything right the first time, look professional, act professional, treat you with respect, you gotta call Kaylin's. When they come in, I feel that they want to be there. I feel that they want to help me.
You know, they put on the little booties over their shoes. They had canvas from the garage door all the way down to walk on. They left the furnace room in the basement probably cleaner than it was when they came in.
They just do customer service very well. I would recommend Kaylin's to anyone.
To be honest, it's the people that I work with. Like, I mean, I love what I do. You gotta love what you do to come every day. But the people I work with make coming 10 times easier. You wanna be a part of a team that cares for you and that actually put in the time to teach you and show you the things to do in a proper way. You know, you're just full of people who care.
Starting the first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Truckers, commercial fleet, car owners, when you need a DOT inspection, you need a battery, oil change, diagnostic, or specialized tire service for farm, auto, and heavy equipment, JFI will get your vehicle repaired and washed and back on the road. JFI proudly supports Vermillion Tanagers, the community of Vermillion, in business for nearly 100 years for a reason. JFI is the best, and that's no lie. JFI 1218 Compton Court, Vermillion.
Welcome back to our Vermillion Chamber and Development Company pregame show as we get ready to bring you some Vermillion Tanager basketball. Girls taking on one of the top teams in the state, the Lennox Orioles, and we have head coach Adam Quayle on the line of these Lennox Orioles. Coach, how you doing today?
Good, really good. Looking forward to tonight, and thanks for having me on.
Hey, thank you for joining me. Really appreciate it. I'm excited too. I think, we kind of had an idea that your team was going to be good coming in. I'm just going to ask, have you met expectations or have you even exceeded expectations? You started off with a big win over Sioux Falls Christian, and you guys have not looked back.
Yeah, as coaches, you get to see the classes coming up, and I knew even last year we were improved, and for the coming years, I've been looking forward to these classes coming together. So I think we've met my expectations from this point so far.
All right. Well, I tell you what, just to kind of give us an idea, who are some of the players? I mean, you guys have a lot of talent, and what's amazing, only 3 seniors from what I could tell. So a lot of talent that is still developing, not only as individuals but as a team. Kind of talk to us about some of the leaders on your team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And I think what makes this team special is that through 10 games so far, we've had 7 different leading scorers. So, it's true that in any given night, we have a handful of girls that can put the ball in the hoop for us. So it makes it really hard for opposing defenses to really focus on one player when, anyone else can pick up the slack. So that makes it really fun for us. But it kind of starts with our senior leadership. Andy Peters has been starting for us since her 8th grade year. So she's having a good senior year. It's really fun to watch her develop. And, we have, it's just many different scoring opportunities, players that can play well for us.
Well, and what's funny is you're facing a team in Vermillion that has, people know Taylor. Taylor Roovers is this scorer, 30 points a game, and then everyone else is kind of filling in the cracks and filling in the gaps. Lexi Hansen's really kind of developed. You don't, I think if I read the stats right, you don't have a single player that's averaging double figures right now, do you?
No, we have 2 girls averaging 9. So the girls have led us in scoring through individual games. You have Andy Peters, who's a senior, Carly Bosma, who's a junior, Olivia Niederbaumer, who's a junior, Libby Kranz, who's a sophomore, Tegan Sturm, who's a sophomore, Tori Gertis, who's a freshman, and Birgit Musser, who's a freshman. So, those are kind of our main go-to at the moment.
Well, and the thing is, you're not just doing it offensively. This team is also really ramping it up on the defensive end. Coming off some games where Western Christian, who's a good team, Groton area, who's a good team, they each scored 22. Huron scored 28. West Lyon 19. Mount Vernon Plankinton 22. So not only are you scoring in the 40s, 50s, 60s, you're holding teams into the 20s. Now, obviously, defense is probably a little more of a controllable for a team. How much do you pride yourself on that? Because, man, if you're holding a team to mid to low 20s, you're going to be pretty successful.
Right, and that's kind of the mentality that we've taken on this year. We're very blessed to have a lot of length on our team, a lot of talented athletes. So to see that come together and see them work as a unit and take pride in, holding the opponents to just make it tough on them on the offensive side of the ball is really fun for us. We like to pressure. We like to play full court defense. We like to mix it up too. So I think we're kind of hard to prepare for because we can play a lot of different styles on the defensive end.
Well, and that does create some issues. And you're facing a team in Vermillion that, they've graduated a lot of talent over the last 2 years. You start listing off a lot of players that were all conference, all state, that are playing at the next level. So they've been learning to play together as well, learning the ins and outs of varsity basketball, and seem to be hitting their stride. What do they bring to the table that present some challenges for you guys, but also maybe some opportunities?
Right. It's no secret throughout the state that Roovers is a special talent. So defensively, we're going to have to just not make it easy for her. Like, she's going to score, and we have to realize that, but we just can't let her, get to that upper 20s, mid-20s range. So we're going to have to throw multiple bodies at her at times. We're going to have to rotate defenders and pick her up at the volleyball line, be in gaps when she's trying to get to the rim. And then that's going to provide some opportunities for teammates to score, but hopefully, it goes our way.
All right. Well, Coach, I tell you what, I am really looking forward to seeing you guys in action. Excited to see, like I said, one of the top teams in the state. And I want to thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me.
For sure.
Really appreciate it. And best of luck tonight and best of luck with the rest of the season.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Mike.
Hey, thank you. Bye-bye.
Yep.
That was Coach Adam Quayle of the Lennox Orioles, and this is going to be a huge matchup. So when we come back, Coach John Brooks of the Vermillion Tanagers here on our Vermillion Chamber and Development Company pregame show. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on Fox Sports Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM KVTK, and Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube.
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
Get the finest wood in the neighborhood. Down at the lumberyard.
But it's not just wood at the lumberyard. With a wide variety of quality building materials, the folks at the lumberyard can help you with all of your project needs. Whether it be paint, siding, cabinets, windows, or of course lumber, the lumberyard is ready to help. The best wood in the neighborhood at the lumberyard, 1000 West Cherry Street in Vermillion.
Welcome to Runnings in Vermillion. Shop their great lineup of clothes for women, names like Ariat and Carhartt for men, boots and shoes and kids' clothing. Runnings has a large supply of animal food and accessories. Love the outdoors? See the selection of ammo, firearms, and fishing equipment. For everything you need, walk through the doors at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store, Vermillion.
The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Vermillion is proud to support local athletics like USD and the Tanagers. The DQ Fall flavors are in, and DQ has great food at great prices. Get a $7 meal deal. Choose from a cheeseburger or 3-piece chicken basket with fries, a drink, and a sundae for only $7. Got an office team party or birthday party? If you want to celebrate, don't bake, buy a DQ cake. And DQ supports the Sanford Children's Network. So after the game, take your team for a thrill to the Dairy Queen Grill and Chill, 905 East Cherry Street, Vermillion, South Dakota.
Slumberland Furniture at 2401 Broadway in Yankton, home of Kirkland Furniture Groups, bedroom groups by Laguna, and dining sets by Tower and Catadel. They're also the only place to offer furniture by Flex Steel and the biggest selection of Lazy Boy in the area. The Mattress Gallery is full of the best brand name mattresses in the business, including the all-new Tempur-Pedic Active Breeze personalized climate-controlled mattress. Slumberland Furniture, dining, bedroom sets, and mattresses in Yankton.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small, just as it should be. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of choices to make sure you have the perfect coverage to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance.
Clay County Abstract and Title Company has a complex job that boils down to something very simple: helping you purchase your dream with confidence. When investing in a new home, a new site for your business, or piece of property, you want peace of mind that the property is truly yours. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has been doing just that since 1946. Clay County Abstract and Title Company, proud supporters of Vermillion activities and proud to be a part of your dreams come true.
Warmer days are coming, and sooner or later your air conditioning will need to kick in as well. But what if it doesn't? Well, don't wait. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling. With 43 years in the business, we're very knowledgeable on what we do and how we serve our customers. You can rest assured that when you call day or night, someone will always pick up the call. Join our elite club today and become a priority member. Skip the line, get discounts on services, and have no overtime fees. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling for expert service from factory-trained technicians.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Chamber and Development Company pregame show, and this is Tanager Basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank as we get ready to bring you a big-time matchup in Class A basketball, the Lennox Orioles and the Vermillion Tanager girls basketball, and we have Coach John Brooks on the line. Coach, how you doing today?
Doing well, Michael. Thank you.
Well, thanks for joining me. And this is going to be probably the biggest test, early season test for this new look Tanager girls that seem to be hitting their stride. Let's just kind of talk a little bit about where the girls are right now. This team seems to be coming together. Taylor just keeps doing Taylor things, and everyone else seems to be elevating their game. Not least of which is Lexi Hansen kind of becoming that maybe that consistent double-digit scorer number 2 that maybe we thought she would be coming into the season.
I think the biggest thing for kind of our success so far, too, is just is our defense. We've been really good on the defensive side of the floor, holding teams to low and scoring digits. And, the big concern for us was rebounding with this young and inexperienced team. And over the last 4 or 5 games, we've done a much better job on the board. So our defense, our rebounding, being able to turn teams over, that's been a huge help for us so far throughout the season. And then, offensively, obviously Taylor's kind of doing her thing, like you said, but we're just starting to get more confident kids around her that are shooting the ball, handling the ball, doing things, and Lexi really coming around as health. We need that second scorer, and Lexi really has provided that for us lately.
Well, and you talk about the defense. First 2 games, you started off 0-2, you gave up more than 50 points. Since then, nobody has touched 50 points. Ponk has been the highest at 47, and the last two games, the victories over Baltic and Madison, your opponents are averaging 30. That's going to lead to a lot of success, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think a lot of it too is, like I said, just getting our girls up to the physicality and the speed of the game. We go back to that Kent game. Holy cow, we got absolutely killed on the boards, and that was a huge huge emphasis after that game. We knew if we couldn't rebound better than that, then we were in for a long season. So we've been working hard on it practice. The girls have really taken that seriously, obviously, and with that turnaround, that's really helped us defensively and able to. Get teams, hold them you got to hold them in the 40s for us. If we're not scoring a ton, we're scoring enough, but we need our defense to keep showing up.
Well, and that's going to be important tonight against the Lennox Orioles, who are one of the top teams in the state. We knew that coming into the season, and they've done nothing to dissuade that. They started off their season with the big win over Sioux Falls Christian, and they've kept it going. A nice big win over Wagner with Ashlyn Kopel. Wins over Huron, a double A team. They defeated that Groton area team that you saw just a couple of weeks ago. So they are everything we thought they would be. What are some of the things that they do that make them so difficult to play? But then what are some of the things that they do that might present some opportunities for you?
I think they're just so balanced, and they have so many good players. They really don't have any weaknesses. They have size, they have length, they have shooters, they have really good guard play. They're bringing Musser and McVeigh and kids off the bench that would probably be the best players on some teams that are out there in the state. So I mean, they're going 7, 8, 9 deep, and they're not losing a step. And that allows them to transition hard. They push the tempo very well with their guards. Their kids that are 5'10", 5'11", 6 foot are extremely fast and athletic and get out and run. They throw a lot of different defenses at you. They'll run and jump press. They'll 1-3-1 zone you. They'll 2-3 zone you. So they do a good job of keeping teams off balance. yeah, they're as good as advertised, and then they got, Coach Quayle does a really good job, and I think anytime you see that they got the talent they have, then they're well coached, and now you can see why they're having the success that they're having.
Well, and they're a fairly young team, too. This is a team that only has 3 seniors on it, so they're a team that's still developing as well. So it should be a fun matchup every time Vermillion and Lennox get together, whether it's boys basketball, girls basketball, football, volleyball. Always seems to be fun. But just at this point in the season, how are you feeling overall about your team?
It's kind of, we're probably getting to that part in the season here over the next 2 or 3 weeks. You kind of see things that really start to take shape, and our region's just jam-packed. Sioux Falls Christian and Lennox have definitely kind of separated themselves, but man, the next 5 teams in the conference, or in the region, we're just on top of each other as far as seed points, and any game here or there can swing it either way. Elk Point getting a big win against Wagner the other night, gets 50-point win for them, and all of a sudden they jump from 7th up to 4th, I saw. So every game is important, but I see, as we really all start to play each other here over the next 3 weeks, a lot of shape will take form here in the region, and so it's a big stretch for everybody. So every time we step on the floor, we got to be ready to play.
All right. Well, Coach A, thank you so much for being willing to take the time to talk to me today. Really appreciate it, and best of luck, and we'll see you tonight.
All right. Thanks, Michael.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thanks. Bye.
That was Coach John Brooks of the Vermillion Tanagers as they get ready to do battle with the Lennox Orioles. We'll be back with national anthem and starting lineups here on our Vermillion Chamber and Development Company pregame show. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small, just as it should be. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of choices to make sure you have the perfect coverage to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance.
Clay County Abstract and Title Company has a complex job that boils down to something very simple: helping you purchase your dream with confidence. When investing in a new home, a new site for your business, or piece of property, you want peace of mind that the property is truly yours. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has been doing just that since 1946. Clay County Abstract and Title Company, proud supporters of Vermillion activities and proud to be a part of your dreams come true.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank with Parker Orr and Trenton Rolston. I'm Michael Schumacher as we get ready to bring you Vermillion Tanager Basketball against the Lennox Orioles. In this girls' matchup, it is the 9-0 Orioles versus the 5-3 Vermillion Tanagers. Vermillion, of course, is led by Taylor Roovers, averaging over 31 points a game. She'll be starting along with Lexi Hansen, really becoming a solid number 2. Lexi is now averaging almost 9 points per game. Shaylin Hinseth averaging over 5 points per game. Marasia Warren as a starter now averaging over 2 points per game. And Izzy Richardson averaging 2 points per game. Coming off the bench will be Callie Schultz and Tessa Nelson. Tessa, an 8th grader on this team, averaging over 3 points per game. Now, they're going to be challenged tonight. If there were betting lines, I'm sure Lennox would probably be the favored team. They do have the height advantage. They are 9-0, some really significant victories. But Parker, what do you think we're going to see tonight?
Well, like you said, we're definitely going to see a very competitive, big rivalry here. I mean, here in Southeast South Dakota, teams like Vermillion and Lennox, they really fight each other. Vermillion really does have, good perimeter shooting, great team basketball. They have an electric scorer in Taylor Roovers. Lennox might be able to fight on the rebounds. I think if Vermillion can get in the rebound battle, they might be able to just win this game.
I think you're exactly right, and so we'll see. I believe they're going to do the national anthem first, so let's find that American flag and get that on the screen if we could. I think it's actually over. Oh, they're going to roll it. All right. We're getting some direction here that they'll bring it down, so thank you so much. Nice job on the national anthem there by the Lennox Pep Band. Of course, I always like to thank the veterans in my life, starting with my daughter, Leila, who serves in the National Guard over in North Carolina. My dad, Gary Schumacher, who served in the Army during the Vietnam War era. And my Uncle Leroy, who served in the Army during the Korean War era. My late Uncle George Dyson and my late Uncle Richard Harvey, who served in the U.S. Air Force and Navy, respectively. Along with Brian Cobbler, who I graduated with in Crofton, who just retired a few years ago from the United States Navy, a career in the Navy. David Kronberg, who served in the U.S. Navy. And the late Chris Keeler, who served in the U.S. Army and passed away from illnesses contracted through his service overseas. All right, starting for the Vermillion Tanagers at guard, 5'5" sophomore Izzy Richardson. At guard, a 5'10" sophomore, number 10, Lexi Hansen. At guard, a 5'5" sophomore, number 11, Taylor Roovers. At forward, a 5'10" sophomore, number 22, Shaylin Hinseth. And then at forward, a 5'8" senior, number 33, Marasia Warren. Also contributing tonight will be Callie Schultz and Tessa Nelson. Now, brought to you by Central Farmers Cooperative, the starting lineups for Lennox. Wow, they go dark as they get the hype video going. Tegan Sturm will be starting at a guard. She averages 6.4 points per game, along with 2.5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1.9 steals. Bergen Musser averages 8.8 points per game, 4.1 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and 2.4 steals. And then Andy Peters, I knew it wasn't Addie. Andy Peters at 9.4 points per game, 2.1 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and 1.5 steals. Kenzie Bosma, a 5'6" junior, averaging 6.7 points, 2.3 rebounds, and 2.8 assists. And then Tori Gertis, a 5'11" freshman, averaging 7.7 points, 4.8 rebounds, 4.1 assists, and 1.9 steals. So it should be a good matchup. Definitely, Lennox has the height advantage. Sturm at 5'10", Musser at 5'11", Bosma at 5'6", Peters at 5'3", Oh, sorry, it's Carly Bosma, not Kenzie. Carly Bosma at 5'6", and then Tori Gertis at 5'11". So a definite height advantage. Lexi Hansen, Marasia Warren, and Shaylin Hinseth of the starters will play a very important role tonight in helping try to minimize the benefit of the height for Lennox.
Yeah, boxing out will be key here. Really running in transition, if they manage to secure any kind of offensive rebound, will be huge. And then especially if, players on Lennox, if they try to really enter that low post, send a quick double and pressure the pass and try to steal it on the perimeter. That's kind of how you can compensate for size, and surely how the Tanagers will probably play tonight.
All right, so Trenton Rolston on his second night running computer. Parker Orr, he's an old hand at this, and then myself, I'm a hack journalist type of guy. I think we're going to have ourselves some fun tonight. This should be a great matchup. Whenever Lennox and Vermillion get together, it's always huge. Lennox is the top team in Class A, so Vermillion, this is a good test to see where they are at this point in the season.
Yeah, showing how you can play against powerhouses like Lennox really shows how you'll be in the playoffs.
So jumping for Vermillion will be Shaylin Hinseth. Jumping for Lennox will be Tori Gertis. Lennox moving left to right wins the jump. They're in white uniforms with orange numbers, letters, and trim. Nice pass down low, unable to connect, but Tori Gertis gets the rebound and the putback. So quickly 2-0 in favor of Lennox. Richardson gets the ball over to Lexi Hansen, gets it over to Taylor. Now they do need to hurry to get it across the line. 27, 26, they do. Vermillion moving right to left. Shaylin Hinseth from the corner, can't quite hit. Rebound there for Gertis. She's going to be a problem. As Tegan Sturm drives in, kicks it off. Beautiful pass down low, up and in for Bergen Musser. So 4-0 Lennox here, 1 minute gone. Taylor Roovers with the ball. Again, Vermillion in the red uniforms with black trim, white letters and numbers, and black trim around that. They're moving right to left here. Roovers gets it down to Hansen. Hansen at the free throw line. Has it knocked away into the hands of Hinseth. Taylor over to Richardson. Long two. Just off the back iron. Rebound there for Tori Gertis. Gertis already with 2 rebounds here, a minute and a half into this game. And that's Sturm unable to connect. Taylor Roovers with the rebound and a jump ball. So Vermillion will get possession here. Lexi Hansen along the baseline to inbound. So 90 seconds in, and Lennox's height advantage really is coming into play already.
Yeah, those rebounds are really crucial.
They haven't shot anything outside of 5 feet. Here's Roovers, kicks it over to Hansen. Hansen thought about the three, gets it over to Izzy Richardson, and that is off of Richardson. That'll be a turnover. That'll go over to Lennox. And again, this Lennox team, when you're talking Sturm, a sophomore, Musser, a freshman, Bosma, a junior, Peters, a senior, but Tori Gertis, a freshman, it's a team that's going to be good and getting better. As that it was Bergen Musser unable to connect. Lexi Hansen gets the rebound. Roovers brings the ball up. Taylor hits Hansen. Over to Richardson. Down low to Marasia. And Marasia has that blocked by Tori Gertis. As that is out of bounds off of Lennox, as Andy Peters was trying to save it and stepped on the out of bounds line. 2 minutes and 19 seconds in. What have you seen so far, Parker?
Well, we really we thought it going in. The size difference is really proving it on the rebounding in the defensive end in the paint, and then on offense really in the paint. So we'll see if Vermillion can kind of find a flow here.
Short little jumper there by Izzy, no good. Rebound there for Tori Gertis. And Lennox is not letting Taylor Roovers have anything as far as an open look. She is being just draped in coverage by this Lennox team. As that is out of bounds, that'll go back to Vermillion. Lexi Hansen to inbound. And that's going to be a travel on Lexi. As Carly Bosma was harassing Lexi Hansen there. Sturm gets the ball over to Gertis. Gertis, a good ball handler here. Gets the ball down low, up, and with the left hand, no good. Blocked by Hinseth. .444 to go. Hinseth for three, just left it short. Rebound into the hands of Bergen Musser. Long three-pointer, just short, but rebound to Taylor Roovers. I mean, so halfway through this first quarter, I would think Vermillion has to be fairly satisfied only being down 4.
Yeah, no, their defense has been pretty solid. They just have not been able to get it on the offensive end.
I mean, and because the way we've been talking, it's been very Lennox dominated. Now Taylor is going to be fouled there by Tegan Sturm. That'll be Sturm's first personal. First personal, first team. As they get up top to Warren, over to Shaylin Hinseth. Shaylin has it knocked out of her hands by Sturm. As Tori Gertis goes up, and she's going to be fouled by Izzy Richardson. That'll be Izzy's first personal, first team foul. And Coach Brooks is going to take a timeout. A 30-second timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. On the Masaba scoreboard, Vermillion trails with 4 minutes to go, 4-0. This is Tanager Basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Warmer days are coming, and sooner or later, your air conditioning will need to kick in as well. But what if it doesn't? Well, don't wait. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling. With 43 years in the business, we're very knowledgeable on what we do and how we serve our customers. You can rest assured that when you call day or night, someone will always pick up the call. Join our elite club today and become a priority member. Skip the line, get discounts on services, and have no overtime fees. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling for expert service from factory-trained technicians.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. On the Masaba scoreboard, 4 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Vermillion trails 4-0. With Parker Orr and Trenton Rolston, I'm Michael Schumacher. So Tori Gertis goes to the line to shoot 2, as she was fouled by Izzy Richardson. Tessa Nelson gets set to check in. Nelson offers maybe a little more height if she comes in for Izzy Richardson. And Gertis cannot connect on the first free throw. As Nelson comes in for Hinseth. Nelson also maybe a little bit better ball handler than Hinseth. And they might want to offer another ball handling option out there. So Gertis' second free throw is up and good. Nothing but net. She now has 3 points. 5-0 lead for Lennox. As Roovers has the ball. We're here on Fox Sports Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, and Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube. And that's going to be a foul, I believe, on Addie McVeigh, who checked in. Addie McVeigh and Libby Crans both checked in while we were at that timeout. So that foul is on Addie McVeigh. Oive. Second team foul. Here's Taylor. Double teamed, and that's knocked away. Gets it into the hands of Tessa Nelson. Izzy Richardson guarded out there. Tries to get the pass, can't do it. Stolen away by Sturm. Sturm up and in for Tegan Sturm. Her first bucket of the night makes it 7-0 with 3:20 to go in quarter number 1. Here's Lexi Hansen. Lexi has it stolen away. And here's Tori Gertis up and in. Gertis now has 5 points, 9-0 with 3 minutes to go in quarter number 1. As this is a full court press, another steal by Gertis up with the left hand and in. So Vermillion yet to score, 2.5 minutes to go, 2:48 to go here in quarter number 1. That pass is to Nelson, back to Roovers. Roovers to drive in, and that's going to be another foul on McVeigh. That'll be McVeigh's second personal, third team. As Callie Schultz checks in, Marasia Warren checks out. Bergen Musser checks in. Addie McVeigh checks out. Olivia Niederbaumer checks in. Tori Gertis checks out. So Niederbaumer, a 6'5 junior. Callie Schultz, a 6'2 junior. Schultz on the block, gets it, tries to get it to a cutting Taylor. Can't connect. As Sturm drives in. Probably could have called a carry there, but they didn't. As Sturm goes in, gets the layup, makes it 13-0 with 2:06 to go in quarter number 1. Lexi Hansen on the block, up, and cannot get it to fall. Rebound there for Niederbaumer. They get it down low, cannot connect. Niederbaumer up, and cannot get it to connect. Up and in for Niederbaumer.
Offensive rebounding persistence there leads to a score.
And when you're 6'5", you have that advantage. Roovers for three, long three, no good. Rebound there by Libby Kranz. I think that was Taylor's first shot of the night. Kranz for three. Can't get it to fall, but Sturm with the rebound. $17-0, Lennox leads Vermillion. Hansen gets it over to Richardson. Down low to Schultz. Callie gets it back out to Izzy. To Tessa Nelson. This is a pretty suffocating defense by Lennox. Very reminiscent of the Tanagers from a couple of years ago with Janaea and Chandler and Casey and Brooklyn. And Brooke as well. As they get it ahead to Bergen Musser. 19-0 in favor of Lennox. So they scored 4 points in the first 4 minutes, and they've scored 15 in the next 4. That's a pretty good ratio. Vermillion to play for the final shot here in quarter number 1. Taylor looks to drive. Drives into the paint. Little floater up and cannot hit. And that will, Tessa Nelson can't get the shot to fall in time or get the shot off in time. And that will be the end of the first quarter. Vermillion trails 19-0 on the Mesaba scoreboard. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
I'm Blaine Olson, owner of Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. I grew up here, graduated here, and now have a business here. I'm proud to serve the community that has helped me live this dream. I have top-notch equipment, the latest in training, along with the work ethic and the desire to serve you. Should you need repairs in the future, please remember Blaine's Body Shop across from Polaris on the Highway 50 bypass in Vermillion.
Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Now online at blainsbodyshop.com.
Hey kids, it's never too early to start planning for your future. Did you know Mesaba provides scholarships and tuition assistance? They are committed to your success, offering engineering, drafting, and welding opportunities, plus scholarships, job shadowing, and mentorship programs. Learn more at mesabainc.com/careers. When I grow up, I want to work at Mesaba.
Mesaba Manufacturing. Unlock your future and rock with us.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball at the end of 1 quarter on the Mesaba scoreboard. Vermillion trails 19-0. Lennox will begin with possession. Story of that first quarter, Parker?
Well, Lennox really dominated the offensive glass, and they also forced a lot of turnovers, giving themselves easy fast break opportunities, and they guarded Vermillion very well on the perimeter, and that's kind of how we have Vermillion scoreless.
And that's going to be a foul on Taylor Roovers. Oh, nope, they're calling it on Marasia. Marasia's first personal, first team of the quarter. As they get it up top on the inbounds to Bergen Musser. Turn around to Niederbaumer. And Vermillion with the turnover. Coach Brooks actually just sitting down now. Yeah, I think he's just frustrated, probably doesn't even know what to do at this point. 21-0, Vermillion trails to Lennox. Steal by Roovers. Knocks it out of bounds off of Lennox. So Lexi Hansen to inbound the ball. Gets it into Roovers. Roovers back out to Hansen. Hansen dribbles down the left side. Gets it to a cutting Roovers at the top of the key. Hansen wasn't necessarily expecting it. Does get it. Shaylin Hinseth for three. Drains it. Shaylin Hinseth with the first points of the game for the Tanagers. Makes it 21-3. I will say Libby Kranz parked in the lane for about 5 seconds there. Not sure why that wasn't called, but might be something that they want to watch. As they get it down low to Tori Gertis, no good. Rebound there, Taylor Roovers. So Vermillion now trailing 21-3. They've broken the lid off the bucket for them. As Richardson will take the three. Izzy leaves it short. That'll be out of bounds off of Tori Gertis. So Vermillion will inbound. Now that shot did not hit the rim, so Vermillion only has 22 seconds now on the shot clock. So here's Taylor into the paint. Shot from the elbow, can't get it to drop. Into the hands of Tori Gertis. Here's Gertis in the lower left corner. Gets it out to Andy Peters. And that is a jump ball created by Izzy Richardson. That'll be Vermillion's possession now. Nice job by Izzy to create that jump ball. And that's what Vermillion's going to have to do. You get a series of stops, and you got to get some buckets. They got to stop. Now they need to get a bucket. Taylor's pass is high for Lexi Hansen. I think that was a little bit of frustration there, just trying to make something happen. So again, just needing to get a stop and then get another bucket. And that's getting the bucket's been easier said than done, but they have had some looks. They're just not dropping right now either for them.
Yeah, Lennox is making them very uncomfortable on defense. They're really getting under their skin, forcing a lot of pressure. So it's really tough to get that open pass. So it's an unexpected look when they get one.
Long three-pointer hit there by Andy Peters. Peters gets on the scoreboard. Makes it 24-3. Hansen, guarded by Bergen Musser. Gets it over to Taylor. Back to Lexi. Over to Izzy. Izzy down low to Marasia. Marasia blocked by Sturm. Long three-pointer, no good. Rebound there for Marasia. So 24-3, 21-point deficit. Taylor brings the ball across midcourt, drives in, and that's going to be a foul on Sturm. That'll be Sturm's second. Team's first of this quarter. As Libby Kranz checks in, Addie McVeigh checks in. Bergen Musser checks out, as well as Carly Bosma. Richardson gets it down low to Taylor, and she's going to be fouled. Fouled by Andy Peters as Taylor gets her first points. And that'll be Andy Peters' first foul, second team foul, and Taylor goes to the line to shoot the old-fashioned three-point play.
Yeah, they've been defending Taylor very well tonight, but they've probably fouled her a combined 4 times as a team.
They have. Pretty much all of their fouls have come, 4 of their 5 fouls, I believe, have come on shots by Taylor. Or when Taylor had the ball, I should say. And that is a travel by Sturm. All of a sudden now it's an 18-point game. And Vermillion with Tessa Nelson coming in, checking in for Shaylin Hinseth. Vermillion with a chance to get it down to 16, and I know that doesn't sound like much, but when it was as high as 21, that's something you look for. As Taylor gets the ball here, drives in, hits it over to Nelson for 3, off the back iron, rebound there to Tori Gertis. Vermillion not getting too many second chances. As Addie McVeigh will take a long 3, no good, and rebound into the hands of Taylor Roovers. So we're almost halfway through this second quarter. Vermillion trails 24-6. Richardson for 3. Cannot get it to fall. And that's going to be a foul on Izzy. That'll be her second. But not the world's worst foul. Otherwise, if she had avoided the foul, it probably would have been just a breakaway layup.
Yeah, kind of ended the fast break there. If this was professional rules, they might have even called that a take foul. So good thing they don't have that rule here.
Maybe. She was going for the ball, and she was still ahead of the player.
Still playing, yeah. There was no blocking. It was playing for the basketball.
Yeah, and her position was still slightly ahead of her between her and the basket. That is a little off course. But Addie McVeigh is going to be fouled by Callie Schultz off the rebound. McVeigh gets the shot and the rebound. And that's going to be a foul on Shaylin Hinseth. That'll be Hinseth's first. Team's third of the quarter. As Addie McVeigh goes to the line to shoot 1. Or did they not give her the basket? No, they did. Okay. So she misses the free throw. I don't believe they've counted the bucket up there. I believe it's a 26-6 game. What do we have on our scoreboard?
24-6.
Because my numbers total up to 26. Yeah, we have a discussion here. I think they're realizing I'm right. They must have heard me up here and said, yeah, Mike says it's 26. Because I don't think they gave her the bucket there. There we go. Well, it's not 20. It's she missed the free throws. So, yeah, there we go.
There you go. Magic number.
Yeah. I think that was on, Schoolhouse Rock. Wasn't it 26 is the magic number? 26 is the magic number. Oh, yeah, it is. Or that was 3. All right. Here is Andy Peters. Good ball movement by this Lennox team. They are everything we thought they were going to be. Long three-point attempt, no good. And Coach Brooks, he's going to, you know what he's going to say is Lexi needs to go into the ball, not just wait for it. These are all teachable moments. This is a young team that's still learning. As McVeigh is in the paint there. Three-pointer, no good. Nice. Hinseth can't control it. Andy Peters for a long 3. Can't get that to fall. On the floor. Fouls on Taylor. Wow. In that scrum, I'm surprised they're able to call a foul on anybody. But that is Taylor's first, 4th team foul. As Bergen Musser has the ball. Gets it up top to Andy Peters. Here's Kranz at the free throw line. Picks up her dribble. Gets out to Mia Hanisch. Long three-pointer, no good. Rebound there, Lexi Hansen. So again, Vermillion getting another stop. It's a 20-point lead. They'd like to get it down to 18 here with 2:27 to go. As Taylor picked up by Musser at the top of the key. Taylor drives in, floats it over to Callie Schultz. Up and, cannot get it to fall. And we did see that in the last game, some of those inside shots just being a slightly off for the post players. As Hanisch, guarded out there by Schultz. Gets it up top to Kranz. Over to Peters. Back to Kranz. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Up the right hand. No good. Rebound to Shaylin Hinseth. 26-6 in favor of Lennox with 1:39 to go here on the Mesaba scoreboard. Tanager basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Shaylin for three from the corner. Drains it. Shaylin Hinseth's second three-pointer of the night makes it 26-9. This is the closest Vermillion's been in a while. 17 points. As Addie McVeigh gets the shot. And that's going to be a foul on Callie Schultz. That is her first personal. As McVeigh will go to the line to shoot the and one. Checking in, Tori Gertis, Carly Bosma, and Tegan Sturm. Checking out, Hanisch, Kranz, and Peters. McVeigh, her second free throw of the night. Shot is up, and no good. Rebound, Lexi Hansen. Good positioning there by Lexi, don't you think?
Yeah, no, a really good positioning there. Really crucial to get rebounds here if they're going to want to close out this game.
As Nelson has that stolen away by McVeigh. Up and good. McVeigh just took care of it herself. Makes it 30-9. Roovers out to Hansen. Hansen for three. Can't get it to fall. Schultz with the rebound. Hansen drives baseline, tries to get it down low, but that ball is kicked away by Lennox. So Vermillion with 23 seconds to go. Shot clock will be off. Trailing by 21, which is what they were trailing by heading into this quarter. If they could say they at least won the quarter, that is something to take into halftime.
Yeah, you definitely need something to just really push momentum.
As Taylor takes the ball out to midcourt, 16 seconds to go. She's guarded there by Bergen Musser. Taylor with just 3 points on the night. And that pass is knocked into the hands of Hinseth. Hinseth, turnaround jumper, no good. As that shot is offline, and that's the way the quarter will end. 30-9. Lennox with the lead. We'll be back with our halftime show brought to you by Vermillion Chamber and Development Company. Again, Vermillion trails 30-9 on the Mesaba scoreboard. This is Tanager basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Todd's Electric, your full-service electrical contracting company. Todd's Electric services residential, commercial, agricultural, and industrial customers. From the simplest service call to the most complex design build project, Todd's Electric has the expertise to do it right. Call Todd's Electric for all your electrical needs. Todd's Electric helping you control all things electric. Except for lightning. Todd's Electric. Go Tanagers.
Nice.
Wanting a specialist without leaving town? We've got you covered. Our clinic offers specialists for the health and wellness of your family. From pediatricians to OBGYNs, plus primary care. You can find it all at Vermillion Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home.
If you're looking for the perfect fit, Vermillion Vision Care Associates fits like the right pair of glasses. Vision Care Associates has its roots in family eye care, and the doctors are well known for being primary eye care providers. With the ability to treat and diagnose a variety of settings, Vermillion Vision Care Associates is the right fit for you. Plus, they can fit you into a new pair of glasses, sunglasses, or contacts that feel just right. With continuing education, see the best doctors at Vermillion Vision Care Associates.
Welcome to Wall of Fame, where style meets customization, specializing in crafting custom clothing and print shirts. We ensure every stitch and every print is of the highest quality, so you get the best clothes every time. We're here for all your promotion needs, and the best part, our process is seamless. Simply share your designs with us and we'll handle the rest. Get custom clothes for the best price. Wall of Fame.
Root for your home team and be there for all of the excitement. NSAAHome.org has all your high school sports championship ticket information.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. This is our Vermillion Chamber and Development Company halftime show with Parker Orr and Trenton Rolston. I'm Michael Schumacher on Fox Sports Radio and Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube. Our score on the Mesaba scoreboard at the half is 30-9. Lennox with the advantage. And Parker, it's just been all Lennox. Vermillion, Shaylin Hinseth has hit 2 threes. Taylor Roovers had a 3-point play. For Lennox, 6 different players have scored. Tori Gertis with 7. Addie McVeigh with 6. Tegan Sturm with 6. Bergen Musser with 4, Olivia Niederbaumer with 4, and Andy Peters with 3. And their defense has just been so stifling. Taylor hasn't been able to get anything remotely like a clean shot.
Yeah, they have some of the best perimeter defenders, probably even in, the A class. I mean, they are just hounding the basketball, and it's very uncomfortable for anyone on Vermillion to dribble right now. And with Taylor Roovers not being able to initiate that, some of the other players in Vermillion, they might not have as much experience on varsity, so they're not used to this tough, physical, hounding perimeter defense where you're getting doubled, the passing lanes being hounded. They're forcing jump balls. It's a very well-disciplined defense on behalf of Lennox, and Vermillion just quite wasn't able to figure out a groove in that first half.
No, and that's exactly right. And so many times it wasn't even getting to the last third of the court. The center part of the court was just such a bit of a massacre, where honestly we would just see the dribbling up, and a Lennox player would just take it. I don't know that Vermillion has seen this kind of pressure, and I'm going to say it's very reminiscent of the pressure that used to be put on by Janaea Cleveland, Chandler Cleveland, Casey Hansen, Brooke Jensen, Brooklyn Voss. It's very, very Tanager-esque from 2-3 years ago. So I guess kind of getting a taste of their own medicine now, and it can't taste too good. But it was that first half wasn't without its positive. I mean, Vermillion was able to get in. Taylor created four fouls on her own, and she might just need to do that dribbling and force the officials to make those calls and see if she can get a couple of them in foul trouble.
Yeah, exactly. They'll have to switch in some of their backups. I mean, Lennox does have a lot of depth, but their depth is not as experienced. You got freshmen and sophomores sitting on the bench, so if you can somehow force one of the Lennox starting guards out before this game gets out of the water in that third quarter, that's when you can maybe start to push the issue. We've seen Taylor drop 30 points about per game, so if she can kind of lean towards her average in the second half and Vermillion can play dynamite defense, that's your key to making this a ball game. So really putting those guards in foul trouble, that is a great point. I think that is exactly where Vermillion needs to go right, is Taylor needs to get the basketball once they're in the half court, and then if she faces immediate pressure, you need to have an off-ball player on each side just ready to receive the basketball. We saw a pass that just barely got to Hansen, ends up to Hinseth for the 3. we need that person receiving the pass to be completely ready for it for when Taylor needs an escape button, and that might just help solve some of their problems with Lennox right now.
Yeah, so we'll see if they're able to do that. I tell you what, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back in 1 minute, we will take a look around the state at other scores going on, brought to you by Kalen's Indoor Comfort. That's Kalen's Indoor Comfort in Yankton, Vermillion, and Sioux City as we take a look around the state. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Larson Carpet has all your flooring needs. Step into their showroom to see a wide selection of all types of flooring. They have soft and luxurious carpet that's sure to bring comfort to your home. Stylized tile to make any room pop. Different color options of hardwood to make matching easy. And convenient vinyl plank for when spills happen. Of course, with the best customer service in the area. Their knowledgeable staff will make sure to answer any questions you might have. Larson Carpet, 212 Walnut.
When you need top-notch appliances that last, trust the experts at Murph's Appliance. From washers and dryers to refrigerators, they have all the trusted brands to keep your home running smoothly. At Murph's, you'll find Maytag appliances built for durability and service you can count on. Whether it's a new oven or a repair, they're there for you every step of the way. Stop on down to Murph's Appliance, your local Maytag dealer in Vermillion. Maytag and Murph's, reliable just like you.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. This is the Vermillion Chamber and Development Company halftime show. Let's take a look around the state, brought to you by Kalen's Indoor Comfort in Yankton, Vermillion, and Sioux City. In Class A, Trip Delmont Armour leads Platte Geddes by a score of 21-9 with 4 minutes to go in the first half. Mobridge Pollock leads Crow Creek 59-17 at the half. Chester defeats Baltic 60-30. Hamlin leads Webster area at the half, 29-9. Millbank leads Redfield 11-9. Castlewood and Great Plains Lutheran tied at 14. Wagner leads Parkston with 5 minutes to go in the second, 17-12. Freeman is leading Bonholm 78-10. Miller leads Sully Buttes 32-8. Wall leading Chamberlain 24-6. Ponca out of Nebraska leads Elk Point Jefferson 23-15. Sioux Valley leads McCook Central Montrose 21-11. In Class B, Sanborn Central Woonsocket leads James Valley Christian defeats James Valley Christian 51-23. At the half, Gettysburg over Aberdeen Christian 22-12. Santee defeats Flandreau Indian 80-30. Wolsey Wessington defeats Hitchcock Tulare. Gayville Vollen girls lead after 3 over Viborg Hurley, 42-16. Dubrook area leads Esteline Hendricks at the half, 43-7. Centerville leads Irene Wakanda, 31-18 at the half. Miller over Sully Buttes, Wall over Chamberlain, Gregory over Kimball White Lake, and no score update. And we'll keep an eye on all of those. And then in girls Class AA, Brandon Valley leads Harrisburg. And that is the only score update in Class AA girls. And in Class A boys, Groton area leads Teashpe Zena 76-9 with 4 minutes to go in the fourth. And Millbank leads Redfield 17-10. And in Bennett County boys action, Bennett County loses to White River in double overtime 92-87. So, interesting scores. We'll take one 30-second timeout, and then we'll be back with our second half. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
When it comes to protecting your home, trust the experts at Dave's Roofing, the elite roofing company based in Elk Point, South Dakota. Dave's Roofing delivers a commitment to quality and service that extends from installation to repair and replacement of residential and commercial roofing projects. Done right with no mess left behind. Don't wait until the next storm hits. Call Dave's Roofing today for your free estimate. Experienced, quality, reliable.
We are just in time for action here in the second half.
And again, this is Tanager basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Parker, what's the story of this second half going to be?
Well, if the Tanagers want to win this game, they will definitely have to figure out how to collect their offense, resist ball pressure, and then fight for their offensive rebounds.
And I will say in that second quarter, they did hold Lennox to 11 points. But Andy Peters starts off with a long three, her second of the game, making it 33-9, just 13 seconds in. Here's Taylor moving left to right. Hinseth tries to get it down to Marasia, and that's too long. That's out of her grasp, and that'll be a turnover to Lennox. As Tegan Sturm brings the ball up, gets it over to Andy Peters. Gets it down low to Tori Gertis, up at the right hand, and leaves it short. Gets her own rebound. Gets it out to Peters for three. No good. Rebound into Izzy Richardson. Nice job by Izzy there. Lexi Hansen, she'll take that three, and she'll drain it. Lexi Hansen hits the three, makes it 33-12 in favor of Lennox. Back to that 21-point deficit. So get a stop here, and that's the key. You just start chipping away. Tegan Sturm for three, no good. Rebound, Shaylin Hinseth. Taylor guarded by Bergen Musser. Taylor tries to drive through, has it knocked out of her hands as they try to get it ahead, and that pass too far ahead of Tegan Sturm. And that'll be, he said out of bounds off of Vermillion. Okay, I was going to say I didn't see any Tanager touch it. So Lexi Hansen on the baseline to inbound. Again, the starting lineups brought to you by Central Farmers Cooperative for this half. Taylor, Lexi, Izzy, Shaylin, and Marasia. Here's Taylor at the top of the key, guarded by Musser. And she is going to be fouled, and this is kind of what we said. She can create those fouls because they are guarding her so closely. That's going to be a foul on Bergen Musser. That'll be Musser's first, team's first of the quarter. Izzy Richardson gets the ball out to Taylor in the corner. Taylor drives in, pulls it back out. Taylor directing traffic out there. Guarded by Musser. Gets it down to Warren. Up and in. Marasia Warren with her first bucket. Nice pass there by Taylor. And all of a sudden it's 33-14. As they kick it out. And that's Carly Bosma for three. That's Bosma's first points. Gets it out to a 22-point lead. Taylor, she'll take that three. Just short. Rebound there by Andy Peters. As they get to Bergen Musser. Musser will drive in. Kicks it into a cutting Tori Gertis. And they've used that cutting play through the middle of the lane a couple of times tonight. Taylor will take that three. Oh, just a little offline. Rebound there to Carly Bosma. Gets it ahead to Sturm. Sturm down low to Gertis. Gertis and has it knocked away by Vermillion. So Sturm to inbound for Lennox on the baseline here. Sturm, Gertis, Peters, Musser, and Bosma, same starting five as the first half as Tessa Nelson gets set to check in. And that's going to be a foul on Izzy Richardson, I believe, on the shot. That'll be Izzy's third. Izzy Richardson's third personal, first team of the quarter. As Callie Schultz and Tessa Nelson get set to check in. First free throw for Carly Bosma is up and good. She now has 4 points on the night. And she hits both. As Musser checks out and Libby Kranz checked in. Down low to Schultz. Schultz up, and she'll be fouled there by Andy Peters. That'll be Peters' second personal. Schultz to go to the line to shoot 2. And Callie gets it to fall. Wow. That hit every part of the rim.
Yeah, shooter's bounce there. It went around, went up, hit the backboard, came back down, swirled around and in.
Ah. Second free throw up and no good. Rebound to Tori Gertis. So Carly Bosma was going to get to take 2 more free throws. I really thought Vermillion had good position there. I'll be honest, their feet were all planted, and she tried to force her way through. That's on her. I disagree with that call, as they call that on Callie Schultz, her second personal. Free throw up and good for Bosma. As Nelson checks in for Izzy Richardson. Olivia Niederbaumer checks in. No. In Groundhog Day, Ned, the insurance guy, was he Niederbaumer or was he Niederlander?
I don't quite remember.
All right, that is going to be Vermillion ball, 41-15.
Might be due for a Groundhog Day rewatch or maybe just a normal watch if you know the plot of the movie.
As Bosma missed the second free throw. Ned Nieder. Lexi at the elbow. Over to Hinseth. Hinseth up to Taylor. Taylor. And that's going to be a travel on Tessa Nelson. That's a good way to create some space, though. Not to dribble.
Yeah, it's just got to put the ball on the ground when you're taking that step, and then that's how you kind of get a nice step back in your disposal.
It happens. You know, she's an 8th grader. But a lot of these Lennox players are very young. This is going to be a good team for years to come. And Bosma cannot connect. Rebound there by McVeigh. It's going to be a foul on Lexi Hansen. That'll be Lexi's first personal. As Bergen Musser gets set to check back in. 3 team fouls this quarter on Vermillion. 3:42 to go. Vermillion trails 42-15. That is now a 27-point lead. We're getting perilously close to running clock. As McVeigh hits that free throw, so 1 out of 3 now from the line for Addie McVeigh. 1 out of 4. 3:41 to go. Taylor brings the ball up. Nelson gets it down low to Hansen. Hansen up with the left hand and cannot get it to fall. Niederbaumer with the rebound. To get that down low to Musser. Nice job there by Callie Schultz. As Kranz drives in on Hinseth. Up and in. Kranz is the last Lennox player of the 9 who have played to score. All 9 have now scored as Hansen gets it down low to Schultz. Schultz over to Hinseth. Hinseth up and in. Hinseth now with 8 points. As Coach Brooks wants to take a timeout, we'll take a timeout as well. Brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
It's funny how life is made up of moments. Quiet ones, big ones, and ones you never forget. A wish, a milestone, a moment you didn't know would mean so much. Because life is made in the moments we share. Voyage Federal Credit Union. For every memory made, for every moment ahead.
Candice Couture is your complete women's lingerie shop. Bras, underwear, PJs, loungewear, swimwear, sports bras, activewear, and much, much more. Small to 3 extra large and over 200 different sizes of bras. AA to O cup bands 28 to 56 in store. Candice Couture, 17 West Main Street.
Welcome back to Tanager basketball out of that Murph's Appliance timeout with Trenton Rolston and Parker Orr. I'm Michael Schumacher. Vermillion Trails with 2:59 to go on the Mesaba scoreboard. 44-17. Lennox with the ball. Rebound there to Bergen-Musser, but stolen away by Taylor. Taylor going coast to coast. Up and in for Taylor Roovers. Gives Taylor 5 points on the night. As they get that pass just over the hands of Callie Schultz into Olivia Niederbaumer. 46-19, Vermillion Trails. Taylor gets it down low to Schultz, tries to get it over to Lexi. They get it ahead to, they try to get it ahead to Kranz, and that is just a pass a little too far ahead. So 46-19, Vermillion Trails by 27 with 2:08 to go. Roovers bringing the ball up. Again, Taylor has been held in check. Tessa Nelson for 3 off the back iron. Rebound there by Carly Bosma. Long three-pointer, and that is good for Carly Bosma. Her second 3 of the night. She has 9 points. Shaylin Hinseth leads the way for the Tanagers with 8. Taylor gets it over to Shaylin. Down low to Lexi. Lexi up with the left hand, and she'll be fouled, I believe, by Niederbaumer, maybe Bosma. Either way, it'll be the first personal, and that was Niederbaumer. But what that last bucket, that last three-pointer by Lennox did, made it a 30-point game. It will now be running clock when they are not shooting free throws or at a timeout. And we have Jayla Daku in there for the first time for Lennox. As Hansen misses both. Minute 17 to go, and that's just kind of emblematic of how the night is going for this team. Mia Hanisch with the shot, no good. Rebound there to Addie McVeigh. Jayla Daku with the shot, no good. Niederbaumer with the rebound, no good. Callie Schultz finally gets the rebound for Vermillion. And Taylor Roovers to bring the ball up. 47 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. Quarter number 4 will be running clock. Hinseth for 3. That'll be good. Shaylin Hinseth hits her third three-pointer. This might be her first game in double digits.
Yeah, no, she's having a great performance today.
And they're going to call a foul on Taylor as that clock continues to run. That'll be Taylor's second personal. 4th team foul of the quarter. Lennox will get the ball in with about 4 seconds to go. They get it down low to Niederbaumer, who cannot connect. And cannot connect. So, as we enter the fourth quarter, Vermillion Trails 49-22. We'll be back with quarter number 3 after these messages. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
The Pizza Ranch Vermillion is your event headquarters. Enjoy the crisp salad bar, the country's best chicken, and fresh pizza. Want a custom pizza? Just ask. We are proud to offer the buffet your way. And the Fun Zone Arcade features 36 games, 2 golf simulators, and full bar. Perfect for pregame tailgates and parties. Have a business meeting, team, or office party? Reserve the Dakota Center. It holds up to 300 people. Order online at pizzaranch.com for delivery, or circle your wagons and make Pizza Ranch your tailgate place next to USG.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. With Parker Orr and Trenton Rolston, I'm Michael Schumacher. As we enter the fourth quarter on the Mesaba scoreboard, Vermillion trails 49-22. Parker, obviously, I don't think Vermillion's going to be able to make the comeback. What would you like to see from this Tanager team here in this fourth quarter?
Well, Lennox is a great team for them to practice how to beat really tough man defense, and also how to really practice crashing the offensive glass and boxing out teams. And pressure almost gets Vermillion there, but then a foul on Lennox.
That foul will be on Carly Bosma, her first personal, first team of the quarter. Here's Richardson over to Hansen. That ball's taken away. Lennox with 7:11 to go with their original starting 5 in there. But again, it will be running clock. Long 3 for Andy Peters, and that's her third 3 of the game. Makes it 52-22. Three-point attempt, no good. Rebound, going to be a jump ball, and that will favor Lennox.
Yeah, Shaylin Hinseth went for another 3 there. Didn't quite go in.
Tegan Sturm, short little jumper, no good. Rebound, Taylor Roovers.
Still doubling Roovers. They're taking her very seriously.
Here's Hansen, gets a cutting Roovers, short little jumper, up and in for Taylor. So Taylor now has 7 points on the night. And that's going to be a make for Bergen Musser. And who are they calling the foul on? And that's going to be on Marasia Warren. That'll be Warren's second, team's first, but Musser will go to the line to shoot 2 as Sydney Johnson and Delaney Smith come in for Shaylin Hinseth and Izzy Richardson. Musser cannot connect as Vermillion trails 54-24 with 5:25 to go. Roovers gets it over to Hansen. Hansen gets it back out to Taylor. Taylor looking to create, gets it over to Smith. Smith for 3. That'll be offline. Rebound to Carly Bosma. Bosma gets it ahead to Sturm. Sturm. Nice shot by Sturm. Good body control there to get around Lexi Hansen. And again, we'll have varsity boys action to follow. Should be a good matchup between the Lennox boys and Vermillion Tanagers. Johnson for 3. Just short. Rebound into the hands of Andy Peters. Gets it ahead to Sturm. As the reserves are going to start checking in for Lennox. Sturm with a nice little short jumper. Gives her 10 points on the night. And checking in for Lennox will be Niederbaumer, Izzy Vargas, Peyton Hurling. Libby Kranz out there, as well as Katie Sherrard. As Tessa Nelson is out there, Taylor Roovers is on the bench now. Taylor will not score in double figures tonight, as Smith is going to be fouled. But the clock will continue to run. We are halfway through this fourth quarter. Vermillion trails by 34, 58-24. I do think if these two teams face off again, Vermillion will be maybe a little bit better prepared for what they're going to see. I don't think they've seen anything like this before, as Callie Schultz comes in for Marasia Warren. So it's now all Lexi Hansen is the last starter out there for Vermillion. Smith over to Hansen. Here's Tessa Nelson. Delaney over to Sydney. As Chloe Bottleson gets set to check in. Nelson has that pass stolen away. As here is Izzy Vargas, one of the three seniors on this Lennox team. Maya Hanisch and Andy Peters, the other two. So here's Katie Sherrard out to Kranz. That's a long two for Kranz. Makes it 60-54. As they're going to call another timeout so they can get some Lennox players in. Coming in for Lennox, Mia Hanisch, Libby Kranz, Addie McVeigh, along with Jayla Deku, Kenzie Bosma, and Allison Lowe. As that ball is knocked out of the hands of Delaney Smith. Haley Steenick gets set to check in for Vermillion with 2:14 to go. So again, boys action coming up after this. We'll have the Vermillion Chamber and Development Company pre- and post-game show. That'll be out of bounds off of Lennox. 2 minutes and counting here in quarter number 4. So again, Vermillion will fall to 5-4. Lennox will move to 11-0. And I'll be honest, I haven't seen some of the other top teams. But in my book, Lennox has to be one of the favorites to not only go to the state tournament, but have a chance at winning the state tournament.
Yeah, a disciplined defense like this, great ball movement. They have some – the shooting is amazing as well. Every time Andy Peters shot it, I think it went in the basket. I mean,
I think so too.
No, this definitely will give Vermillion a lot of material of what they can work on. How can they beat press? How can they crash the glass on defense? How can they have a distributed offense that doesn't revolve around a single ball handler? Like, these are things that Vermillion will get better at, and over the next 2 years, we'll see Vermillion and Lennox match up very well.
So Schultz misses that one. A minute 12 to go here in quarter number 4. As that shot is just off the mark. They get it back out to Izzy Vargas. There's a shot, no good. Vargas with the rebound. Gets it out to Allison Lowe. Lowe drives in up the right hand. Cannot connect. And Callie Schultz with the rebound. Again, Vermillion trails 60-24. And that'll be a foul by Delaney Smith as that clock will continue to run. And the shot clock is off as we are under 35 seconds to play. And Parker just flipped off the crowd for some reason. Parker, what are you doing?
Huh? Don't believe this man. The rest of the broadcast is true. That one was a lie.
And so Lennox will just hold the ball here. That will be the final score, 60-24. Vermillion will again fall to 5-4. Lennox moves to 11 and 0. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back with some stats. We'll come back with our coaches' interviews. We'll come back with that coach interview with Jacob Hinker after this 1-minute timeout in our Vermillion Chamber and Development Company postgame show. With Parker Orr and Trenton Rolston, I'm Michael Schumacher.
In a situation like this, the first thing you do, of course, is make sure everybody's okay. And then you're thinking, you better call your insurance person. No, just call Justin. At Vermillion Auto Works, you see Justin handles all the insurance claims and gives free quotes. Not everybody does the free quote thing anymore, you know. So call Justin at Vermillion Auto Works. He'll take care of the situation. Carrying WeatherTech, Rough Country, and Tuxedo. Vermillion Auto Works.
Welcome back to our Vermillion Chamber and Development Company pregame show, part of Tanager Athletics, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher as we get ready to bring you some Lennox Orioles and Vermillion Tanagers boys basketball. And we have on the line Coach Hinker of the Lennox Orioles. Coach, how you doing today?
Good. Doing really well today and excited for a fun basketball game tonight.
And you know, whenever Lennox and Vermillion do battle, it's always, honestly, the records aside, it's always a great game. And this night should be no different. Just kind of talk a little bit about your team so far this season. You guys have had some pretty nice wins.
Yeah, we've had 4 wins this year. Just actually got a really big one on Tuesday that we needed pretty bad against Western Christian. It was the number 3 team in Class 2A in Iowa, and beat West Lyon as well the previous week, and also have a couple tough losses that we'd like to have back as well.
Well, and your team is led kind of by 2 names that people know in Tate Gertis and Aiden Hansen, both averaging high teens, but that's not the whole story. You have a lot of other players chipping in, it seems like, on each on a different night. So you have kind of that nice 1-2 punch, but then you have a lot of other players that kind of fill in to play that third role. How valuable is that to have more than just one go-to player?
Well, it's huge. We've had, just games where, obviously having the 2 that can fill it up in the points column. And now we've started to get some good consistency from Tegan Musser, who's our 3rd leading scorer. He was coming back from a little bit of an injury in football, and started the season practicing, playing and stuff, and now he's finally kind of starting to get really healthy, and he's playing some really good basketball. So then having him, and then you have just other guys on the roster that just play a really good role. Like, guys know how to defend, guys know how to rebound, guys know when to take open shots, when to move it around, all those extra things that just kind of go into playing on a team.
Well, and those are so valuable, especially when you come up against a team like Vermillion, who not only has Trey Hansen, he was kind of a known quantity coming in, but Luke Jensen has developed a game, but then Gabe Larson, Spencer Blanchette, and so on. What is it that Vermillion brings to the table that maybe presents some challenges, but also maybe some opportunities for your team?
The big thing, like when I watch these guys, is, you have Trey and Luke, who they fill up the scoreboard and do a really good job, and they're kind of the household names. But the other names that you just mentioned, they just make the most of their opportunities. Like Trey Hansen and Luke Jensen are very willing passers. Obviously, they're score-first guys, but the other 3 guys on the court at all times are just ready to make an open shot. Like, they just don't miss their opportunities. When a defender turns their back, they just have guys that cut in at timely places, and they don't miss those opportunities either. So you just have 3 guys out there with them that just do such a good job of playing in their role, and again, make the most of every opportunity.
Well, and it should be a great matchup. Now, one thing that your team has, I think if I looked at the roster right, 11 juniors and seniors, and those players have been a part of, between basketball and football and baseball, a lot of those names I recognize from baseball, a lot of success as a team. How valuable is just that experience of achieving as they hit that court?
Well, it's huge, and just like being able to compete in other sports and play other roles in sports. Like, I think, like, we just have a bunch of guys that, like, two of our, you would call them role players, are studs in baseball. You know, a couple of our studs in footballs would be more of a role player in basketball. People who are role players in, you know, basketball are better in other sport. You know, like, so they just, I think it just really helps guys to learn how to be a good team and have chemistry and all those little things. And then just the experience. Like, you can never have enough experience of playing in big games, playing intense situations, and just learning how to thrive through it. So that's the big thing for us, too, with that experience.
Well, I think it's going to be a fun matchup. I'm looking forward to seeing your team in action. Coach, hey, as always, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me today. Really appreciate it, and best of luck tonight, and best of luck with the rest of the season.
Sounds good. Thanks, Michael.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yep, bye.
That was Coach Jacob Hinker of the Lennox Orioles, as they are, kind of getting that ship righted and getting some big wins. Should be a great matchup. This is all on the Vermillion Chamber and Development Company pregame show. Vermillion basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on Fox Sports Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, and Fox on Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube. We'll be right back.
Larson Carpet has all your flooring needs. Step into their showroom to see a wide selection of all types of flooring. They have soft and luxurious carpet that's sure to bring comfort to your home. Stylized tile to make any room pop. Different color options of hardwood to make matching easy. And convenient vinyl plank for when spills happen. Of course, with the best customer service in the area. Their knowledgeable staff will make sure to answer any questions you might have. Larson Carpet, 212 Walnut.
When you need top-notch appliances that last, trust the experts at Murph's Appliance. From washers and dryers to refrigerators, they have all the trusted brands to keep your home running smoothly. At Murph's, you'll find Maytag appliances built for durability and service you can count on. Whether it's a new oven or a repair, they're there for you every step of the way. Stop on down to Murph's Appliance, your local Maytag dealer in Vermillion. Maytag and Murph's, reliable just like you.
When it comes to protecting your home, trust the experts at Dave's Roofing, the elite roofing company based in Elk Point, South Dakota. Dave's Roofing delivers a commitment to quality and service that extends from installation to repair and replacement of residential and commercial roofing projects. Done right with no mess left behind. Don't wait until the next storm hits. Call Dave's Roofing today for your free estimate. Experienced, quality, reliable.
Welcome back to our Vermillion Chamber and Development Company pregame show as we get ready to bring you the Vermillion Tanagers and the Lennox Orioles getting ready to do battle here in Lennox. As we have on the phone Coach Jay Drake of the Vermillion Tanagers. Coach, coming off some nice victories, the team is looking good. How are you feeling right now heading into this matchup?
Yeah, we've been in a nice stretch here since we came back from Christmas break. I've played 5 games now and against 5 very quality opponents, and have seen a lot of positive things. And like anything, you just kind of try to string as many games together as you can, playing well, and trying to gain confidence from each one, and keep moving forward and keep improving as a team. And I think that we've done that over the last 3, 4, 5 games, and hopefully that carries into tonight's game with Lennox.
Well, and like you said, coming off of Christmas break, started off the new year with that win, that nice win on the road against Groton area. Came back the next afternoon, fell to a Clark-Willow Lake team that is one of the top teams in Class A. Might not be a school that people think of right away as a power, but this year they are one of the top teams and still hung with them even though it was a back-to-back. And then since then, beating Yankton, beating Baltic, and then beating a Madison team who had you guys probably outsized. And it feels like night in and night out, you guys are able to do whatever it takes. It's not always the same game plan, the same blueprint. It's adapting and overcoming. How, as a coach, how does that make you feel?
Yeah, I think the big thing for us, especially the last 3 games, has been nice to get wins over Yankton, Baltic, and Madison. But I think it's been kind of the way it's looked. I don't think in any of those games anyone, including probably us as a coaching staff, expected the scores to look like they did. We've got out to really nice first halves in all of them. And I think the big key, obviously we're scoring some points, and in the 3 games we've gone 43, 43, and 41 in the first half. But I think what's been overlooked in those 3 games is our defensive performance, especially getting off to good starts in the game. And that's kind of created some things for us offensively as well. So it was a concern going into the year. Our seniors that we lost last year, they were very good individual and team defensive guys, and understood the system, and that was kind of a question mark coming in. Could we defend teams well enough? Could we get better defensively? Can we rebound the basketball? And again, we still got a long ways to go, and we can improve greatly still, but we have shown some signs of improvement here over the last couple of weeks, and we just got to continue to kind of build on that, and we're going to need to, obviously, in a game against Lennox.
Well, and what comes along with a lot of that defensive pressure is it's clean defensive pressure with a kind of a short rotation, just really Cale coming off the bench. One thing you don't want is foul trouble, and so far, knock on wood, you guys are getting the great defense without sometimes the fouls that often go along with it that you sometimes see in the past. To what do you attribute that?
Yeah, I think like anything, we try to pride ourselves as a program, just playing hard and hopefully being a good defensive team. And a big key with that, obviously, is playing defense with your feet. A lot of times when you start to get beat and you start grabbing or putting your hands on people, that's easy to see as an official and stuff, and you can get your foul trouble. And like you said, we've been very fortunate this year. Haven't had many situations where we've had key guys in foul trouble. But I do think a big part of that is we do. I think our guys do a good job of moving their feet, keeping guys in front of them. And like anything, you want to play good defense, but obviously play good defense without fouling.
And so, obviously defense is great, and that's kind of what, when you always say control the controllables, boy, defense is one of those. Offense is one of those that sometimes those shots just aren't falling, but boy, this season it feels like Trey is doing what Trey does, but Luke Jensen has really developed into a solid number 2. He's not somebody that just picks up the slack if Trey's off. He's somebody that can create and can be that side-by-side offensive force with Trey. How nice is it to have kind of that 2-headed monster this season?
Yeah, right now they've kind of been for us offensively, a good kind of 1-2 punch, and like anything, we need those other guys around them stepping up and doing their part. And we've had guys fill in, and got some guys knocking down some shots to space the floor. But obviously, when you have 2 kids that are basically between the 2 of them, they're I think Trey's right around 24, 25 points, and Luke around 17, 18. That we're getting around 43, 44 points a night from 2 kids, and that obviously helps the cause. But really, when we're at our best, it's we've kind of had a 6-person rotation, but all the guys chipping in and doing their part. And I think especially the last 3 games, our floor spacing and movement has been really good, and that leads to I think quality shots, guys taking good game shots, and then like anything, you got to step up and knock them down.
Well, and what's nice with the rotation is Cale Cleveland, a freshman. Sometimes the best thing you can say is that you don't notice a difference when somebody new is on the court, and it probably says something about me as an announcer, as a broadcaster, that there were a couple of times throughout the season I haven't noticed when Cale has checked in. I've been doing something else, and I don't notice until he's been in there for a while because everything looks just as seamless. How well has he blended himself and acclimated himself to this varsity rotation?
Yeah, he's done a nice job, and I think especially over the last, since we've come back from Christmas break, and usually you see this with young kids, not just ours, but obviously our opponents as well. Good young players, you can kind of see it right in front of your eyes as they gain confidence and the improvement throughout the year and stuff. And he's fit into our rotation nicely. He does a good job on both ends of the floor, and like anything, you can start to see the confidence with him. And that's not easy. People forget sometimes. A year ago right now, he's literally playing middle school, 8th grade basketball games, and he's playing a few quarters in the JV game for us as well. But you're basically, when you're talking about playing key varsity minutes, he's jumping the C game, jumping JV, and now into a varsity game. So you're jumping 3 levels here. He's handled it well, and like anything, we expect him to keep improving as the year goes on.
All right. Well, Coach, talking about Lennox, obviously it's always a big rivalry. Kind of talk about the importance of this game and what they present that offers some opportunities, but also some challenges.
Yeah, really good basketball team. Obviously a program with great tradition. A team that, both teams know each other very well. We've had a stretch here where we've seen each other like 6 out of the 7 years in the postseason. The past 7 years here, we're playing twice a year. The Gertis kid was a second-team All-State player last year, kind of runs the point guard for him, good all-around athlete. And he's been playing since his freshman year, starting for 4 years now. And, they have plenty of athletes. The Hansen kid, very good shooter, basketball player, was all-conference last year. And then you start looking at the athletes with Musser and Mickelson out there and the Spieler kid, and they come in, they're bringing guys off the bench. They'll play 8-9 guys, but the Hyam kid's a 6'6" senior. Juffer's a 6'7" junior that comes in. Ike's a shooter off the bench. That they're a deep team, very good basketball team. Obviously, nipped us in the region semis last year. They finished 4th at state with the good nucleus coming back. And, they got a really nice win the other night against Western Christian on the road. Western Christian, a great program out of Iowa. And, even you look at their losses are all quality losses here early in the year with Sioux Falls Christian, Grote, and I'm missing one right now. But to very good teams. And like anything, it's not just a conference game, but when you talk region seeding, and these head-to-head matchups can be a huge swing at the end of the year one way or the other. And they've gotten us pretty good in the regular season the last couple of years. Our region games have been really tight, but they're going to be physical, and we got to be able to handle their physicality. And if we can do that, hopefully we'll be right in the basketball game in the fourth quarter.
All right. Well, Coach, it should be a great matchup. Looking forward to it. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me. Really appreciate it, and best of luck.
All right. Thanks a lot, Michael.
Hey, thank you. Bye-bye.
Yep. Bye.
That was Coach Jay Drake of the Vermillion Tanagers as they get ready to take on the Lennox Orioles. Lennox Orioles 4-3 on the season. So again, another chance for these Tanagers to pick up some nice seed points. Right now they are at 44.25. They're sitting 4th in the standings in Class A via seed points. If they can get this victory against the Orioles, that would give them another 47, which would help raise that just a little bit. They might not catch Hamlin, but boy, seed points are so important in seed point standings when it comes to regions and SODAC 16. All right, this is the Vermillion Chamber and Development Company pregame show. We'll be back with more. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher on Fox Sports Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, KVTK, Vermillion and Yankton.
It's funny how life is made up of moments, quiet ones, big ones, and ones you never forget. A wish, a milestone, a moment you didn't know would mean so much. Because life is made in the moments we share. Voyage Federal Credit Union. For every memory made, for every moment ahead.
Yeah. Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank with Parker Orr and Trenton Rolston. I'm Michael Schumacher from Lennox High School in Lennox, South Dakota. Weird how that works. And we're getting ready for the Tanager boys taking on the Lennox Orioles, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Starting lineups for Vermillion. Of course, it's the usual starters. Spencer Blanchette, Trenton Thomas, Gabe Larson, Luke Jensen, and Trey Hansen. Obviously, Vermillion led by Trey Hansen, averaging 24 points a game. Luke Jensen averaging 18 points a game. Gabe Larson averaging about 6 points a game and 6 rebounds. Trenton Thomas averaging about 7 points a game. And Spencer Blanchett averaging about 6. All right, starting lineups for this Lennox Oriole team. Leading off, that's a baseball term. Number 1, 6-foot junior guard, Aiden Hansen. Hansen on the season averaging 18 points per game, along with 3.4 rebounds, 1.9 assists. Then you have number 15, Cole Spieler, a 6'1 senior guard and a heck of a pitcher on this Lennox team. Spieler on the season averaging 3.3 points per game, 1.7 rebounds, 2.1 assists. Then you also have number 20, 6'5 junior forward, Drake Mickelson. Mickelson on the season is averaging 2.6 points per game, 3.4 rebounds, and 1.9 assists. Also starting, number 24. Number 24 is 6'3 senior guard Tate Gertis. Gertis on the season averaging 16 points, 6.4 rebounds, and 2.4 assists. And then finally, number 25, 6'5 senior forward Tegan Musser. Musser on the season, 6.6 points per game, 5.3 rebounds, and 1.4 assists. So a little bit of a size advantage for this Vermillion, for this Lennox team. But Vermillion, a very dynamic squad. What do you expect us to see tonight?
Well, definitely well-balanced offense from Vermillion. We'll have to see how comfortable Luke Jensen can get and how comfortable Trey Hansen can be out there. We'll have to see how much of a balanced attack Vermillion will have to play on offense. And if Lennox can kind of make the size advantage go their way, the same way the Lennox girls were able today, and really crash the glass and really force their way in the paint, we'll have to see how each team, Vermillion's dynamite in the perimeter. Lennox can finish inside. We'll have to see how they balance out each side of the basket.
And I'm not laughing at your analysis. Ned Ryerson. Thank you, Chad Peterson. Ned Ryerson's in Groundhog Day. It's not Niedermeyer, it's Ned Ryerson. All right. So Vermillion wins the tip. Trey Hansen with the ball. Vermillion moving right to left in their black uniforms with red numbers and letters with white trim. Trey Hansen into the paint. Up and in. Quickly 2-0 in favor of Vermillion.
Good defense from Blanchett. Even better finish from
nice job there by, Tegan Musser. I'm pretty sure he's probably related to Bergen, who played a great game in the girls' game as Vermillion moves back and forth here. Trey Hansen up, cannot get it to fall.
Whoa, full court pass to number 20, Drake Mickelson. What a pass.
Up and in for Drake Mickelson. Vermillion now trails 4-2. Ned Ryerson, that's right. Gabe Larson thought about the three, gets out to Luke Jensen. Jensen, pull-up jumper. Oh, and he's almost usually money with that. Rebound there by Aiden Hansen. As they get the ball to Tate Gertis. And that's Aiden Hansen. And unsuccessful rebound there for Gabe Larson. Larson will get you 6 rebounds a game. Trenton Thomas on the pass from Luke Jensen. Nice ball movement there by this Vermillion Tanager team. So tied at 4. Up and in for Tate Gertis. Good move there by Gertis under the basket. Well, this has been fast-paced so far, 2 minutes in. Jensen, pull-up jumper. Oh, cannot get it to fall. Rebound into the hands of Hansen. And if Luke can get that to fall, Lennox could be in trouble. As they pull it back out, Gertis brings the ball back. Gets it out to Spieler. Spieler from the baseline gets it to fall. Quickly 8-4 in favor of Lennox. Trey thought about the three, thought about trying to go for the foul, decided not to. Gabe Larson over to Trenton Thomas. Out to Blanchette. And that's going to be a blocking foul on Tate Gertis. Tate Gertis with his first personal, first team. They'll call that on the floor. Trey had not gone into his shooting yet. So Trey to inbound it, gets it into Larson. Larson, baseline. Little baseline jumper, can't get it to fall, but he gets his own rebound. Nice job by Gabe Larson there. But then he does step out of bounds. So 4:48 to go. Vermillion trails 8-4. So Vermillion getting some looks, just not getting them to fall right now.
Yeah, good ball movement. Just tough to make a shot when you have so much pressure from Lennox.
And Jensen, he's been pretty solid from that 10 to 15 range as Aiden Hansen hits that runner. As every starter has now scored for Lennox. Trey Hansen gets it out to Trenton Thomas. Thomas for three, drains it. Trenton Thomas has 5 points out of the 7 for Vermillion, trailing 10-7 now as Gertis brings the ball up. Guarded by Larson. Gertis up and they're going to call a foul on the shot. And that's going to be on Gabe Larson. That'll be Gabe Larson's first team foul as well. Gertis' first free throw is up and good. As Eli Plank checks in, Cole Spieler checks out. Leaves it short. Rebound there by Blanchette. 11-7. Vermillion trails by 4. Trey Hansen thought about the step-back jumper. Spencer Blanchette drives in and lays it in. Nice job by Spencer. Pulls Vermillion within 2. Gertis gets it out to Plank. This Gertis-Gabe Larson matchup could be a good one tonight, as they seem to be on each other. Gertis, 14 seconds on the shot clock. Gets it down to Mickelson. Good defense by these Tanagers. And that ball is great defense by Blanchette. Causes the ball to be stolen by Luke Jensen. Good defensive stand for the Tanagers. Trey Hansen for 3! Trey Hansen gives Vermillion their first lead of the game. 12-11 on the Masaba scoreboard. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, timely turnovers. They lead to points right there, and that's how Vermillion can really push the pace in this game.
Aiden Hansen lays it in. Good move by Hansen. Aiden Hansen. Trey Hansen couldn't get there in time. Trey up with the move and cannot get it to fall, but he's going to be fouled on the shot. The Lennox coaching staff disagrees. The JV coach who got a technical during the JV matchup was up in arms over here. So as Lennox leads 13-12 with 2:39 to go, as that foul was on Drake Mickelson. Mickelson's first, as Trey Hansen hits the first free throw, ties it up here. Checking in for Lennox will be Talon Ike, the 6-foot senior. Now, this is a Lennox team that has seen a lot of success on the football field, on the basketball court, on the baseball field, as Hansen hits both. So sometimes success can breed success, and you're seeing that. This is a very talented team. Gertis gets it out to Hansen for three. No good. Rebound there by Tate Gertis, though. And he cannot get it to fall. And that'll be back into the hands. And he's going to create a foul.
What an effort to save the basketball from going out of bounds there.
That was, I believe, Tegan Musser. And so that'll be a foul on Luke Jensen. That'll be his first personal. Second team as Gertis goes to the line to shoot two. First free throw up and good. Second free throw also good. 3 for 4 from the line. Has Lennox back on top, 15-14. We're in a bit of a horse race out here tonight. Has Trey Hansen unable to connect. I missed Cale Cleveland checking in. He stepped in for Spencer Blanchette. As they get it down low to Musser, and he cannot connect. Luke Jensen with the block. Some great defense there by Luke Jensen. Cale Cleveland kicks it out to Trenton Thomas for three. Cannot connect. Tate Gertis with the rebound. Aiden Hansen drives in. Cannot connect. Rebound there by Mickelson, or Tegan Musser. Back out to Talon Ike. Wow, right now Lennox is getting pretty much all of the offensive rebounds. I mean, they're getting so many second chances. Coach Drake definitely wants to address that at halftime. Gertis for the three, no good. Rebound Trey Hansen. As he gets it ahead to Gabe Larson. Trey for three, drains it from deep. And Trey already with 10 points on the night. 46 seconds to go. Vermillion up 17-15. This is Vermillion's biggest lead of the night.
Very close game.
It really is. 14-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Tegan Musser able to lay that in. So tie game with 22 seconds. Shot clock off here in quarter number one. Again, this is Tanager basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. And we are tied on the Mesaba scoreboard. Vermillion going for the final shot as Trey Hansen tries to clear out the lane. Pull-up jumper, Euro step, banks it in. And Trey Hansen makes it 19-17, and Vermillion will go to break, and we'll come back in the second quarter. Vermillion leads 19-17 on the Mesaba scoreboard. This is Tanager basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Candice Couture is your complete women's lingerie shop. Bras, underwear, PJs, loungewear, swimwear, sports bras, activewear, and much, much more. Small to 3 extra large and over 200 different sizes of bras. AA to O cup bands 28 to 56 in store. Candice Couture, 17 West Main Street.
The Pizza Ranch Vermillion is your event headquarters. Enjoy the crisp salad bar, the country's best chicken, and fresh pizza. Want a custom pizza? Just ask. We are proud to offer the buffet your way. And the Fun Zone Arcade features 36 games, 2 golf simulators, and full bar. Perfect for pregame tailgates and parties. Have a business meeting, team, or office party? Reserve the Dakota Center. It holds up to 300 people. Order online at pizzaranch.com for delivery, or circle your wagons and make Pizza Ranch your tailgate place next to USG.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Michael Schumacher alongside Chad Peterson. I wish. No, I'm stuck with Parker Orr. And
Chad still contributed in the chat, actually.
He did. And Trenton Rolston. So Vermillion, after one, leads 19-17. Parker, what was your takeaway?
Well, Vermillion really pushed the pace, and they moved the ball well in transition. I mean, Trey Hansen had a first quarter, but it was very good team basketball. And on defense, they forced some great turnovers. You've got to like how they played team ball, especially Jensen and Blanchette were really forcing the ball out.
So Lennox starts with possession here, and that is a travel. A travel by Cole Spieler. Starting five, same as the starting five for the first quarter. So with 7:46 to go, turnover by Lennox. Trey Hansen, again, with that great first quarter, like you said. And Trenton Thomas with a nice first quarter as well with the three and a nice little pull-up jumper. And that's going to be a carry that they call on Trey Hansen. And he does come perilously close constantly. Now, I don't know that I saw it there. I think I haven't seen it yet tonight, but I have seen it other times. And so, but it's not a call you see very often. You don't see the carry call much anymore.
Yeah, today's basketball, it's you get as close as a carry as possible.
So here's Spieler, gets it out. Here's Aiden Hansen. Hansen lays it in. Ties it up at 19 with 7:08 to go in quarter number 2. I'm really not seeing what he's calling now every time. It's the same official. I'm not seeing that as a carry. You know, Lennox fans are cheering, you can't do that. I technically think he can the way he's doing it, but that's just me. So 19-19. As here's the ball in the hands now of Drake Mickelson. On the floor, and that is a travel by Aiden Hansen. Trey Hansen trying to talk to the official saying, this is what I'm doing. And he's trying to say, I'm pushing it, I'm not getting underneath it. So we'll see. We'll see if this gets called. Maybe he'll just start coming to the left side away from him. Gabe Larson for three. Yes! Gabe Larson with the three. Larson is just one of those glue players for this squad. You love seeing him have success. Vermillion now leads 22-19. This is now their biggest lead of the game. Oh, Spencer Blanchette gets in the way of a bad pass. Steal for Spencer. And he's going to pull up and take the three. That'll be offline. Nobody there to rebound. Rebound to Aiden Hansen. You kind of wish maybe he had waited to have maybe a rebounder or two in place.
Yeah, he could have faked the shot and really got them, leaving them in transition, maybe made something out of it.
And the Tanager fans are upset because it does look like Aiden Hansen dribbles the same way Trey Hansen does. And so they're wondering why it's not called. But the carry, the official likes to call the carries on the other side. Hansen with the floater up and in. And Coach Drake wants to take a timeout, and he's going after the official to say, how do you not call that? So we're going to take a timeout here as well. Brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. Tanager basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
In a situation like this, the first thing you do, of course, is make sure everybody's okay. And then you're thinking, you better call your insurance person. No, just call Justin. At Vermillion Auto Works, you see Justin handles all the insurance claims and gives free quotes. Not everybody does the free quote thing anymore, you know. So call Justin at Vermillion Auto Works. He'll take care of the situation. Carrying WeatherTech, Rough Country, and Tuxedo. Vermillion Auto Works.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager basketball. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Parker Orr and Trenton Rolston. 5:41 to go on the Masaba scoreboard. This is again is Tanager basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Vermillion leads 22-21. Vermillion moving right to left on your screen. Black uniforms, red numbers, and white trim. Lennox in their white uniforms with orange numbers and letters and black trim. And Spencer Blanchette. Oh no, they're going to call a foul. Okay. That is a foul on Aiden Hansen. Hansen, that's his first team foul of the quarter. And maybe the foul was what led to Spencer dribbling it off his foot there. Spencer gets it over to Trey. Trey, guarded by Aiden. Trey in the paint, up with the left hand, and that is blocked. Aiden Hansen with the rebound. And Tate Gertis with the three. No good. Rebound, Trey Hansen. Trey going to drive in, kicks it out to Trenton Thomas. Thomas for three, offline. Rebound, Aiden Hansen. I don't know what they're calling. Vermillion didn't have the ball. Are they calling out of bounds or calling a foul?
Out of bounds. They were calling it out of bounds on Vermillion, even though the refs just overturned it. They just overturned it.
Okay, I was totally confused there.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you can't hear, this crowd is very contentious on both sides. This is awesome. So Trey Hansen with the ball on the left side. Kicks it out to Trenton Thomas. Gabe Larson gets it out to Blanchette. Spencer drives in up with the left hand and lays it in. And the harm. Spencer Blanchette with the shot. And he is going to be fouled. And he is fouled out there by Cole Spieler. That's Spieler's second. And Spencer Blanchette to the line to shoot the and one. Vermillion up three. I love this game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the elevation there from Blanchette just got him right to the basket.
Spencer now has 5 points on the night. Second leading scorer for the Tanagers. Luke Jensen yet to score. As they get the ball over to Aiden Hansen. As Eli Plank gets set to check in for Lennox. Oh, nice move there by Spieler. That is a steal by Trey. Trey up and drops it in. And that's going to be a timeout by Lennox. And it's a full timeout. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
The Pizza Ranch Vermillion is your event headquarters. Enjoy the crisp salad bar, the country's best chicken, and fresh pizza. Want a custom pizza? Just ask. We are proud to offer the buffet your way. And the Fun Zone Arcade features 36 games, 2 golf simulators, and full bar. Perfect for pregame tailgates and parties. Have a business meeting, team, or office party? Reserve the Dakota Center. It holds up to 300 people. Order online at pizzaranch.com for delivery, or circle your wagons and make Pizza Ranch your tailgate place next to USG.
Fused.
In a situation like this, the first thing you do, of course, is make sure everybody's okay. And then you're thinking, you better call your insurance person. No, just call Justin. At Vermillion Auto Works, you see Justin handles all the insurance claims and gives free quotes. Not everybody does the free quote thing anymore, you know. So call Justin at Vermillion Auto Works. He'll take care of the situation. Carrying WeatherTech, Rough Country, and Tuxedo. Vermillion Auto Works.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank with Parker Orr and Trenton Rolston. I'm Michael Schumacher from Lennox. On the Masaba scoreboard, Vermillion leads 27-21. This has been a great game so far. And here's Eli Plank, gets it over to Drake Mickelson. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Oh! And that is going to be an offensive foul on Tegan Musser. I think Lennox would have preferred a travel call, which I think they kind of might have missed. But, yeah, so that's going to be an offensive foul on Tegan Musser. Musser, the 6'5 senior. So checking in now for Drake Mickelson is Talon Ike. And that's a big height difference. Ike is 6 foot and Drake Mickelson 6'5". So 3:37 to go here in quarter number 2. Vermillion leads 27-21. Gabe Larson over to Luke Jensen. Jensen, turnaround jumper, and they're going to call a travel on Luke. Luke's not having a great night right now, and he did. He shuffled his feet just a little bit. I thought he might get away with it on the spin, but they did not. These officials are calling a lot of those turnovers very closely. I mean, they're allowing some contact. They're really caught up in the carries and the travels and stuff like that. Here's Aiden Hansen. Gets it over to Tate Gertis. Gertis backing down Trey Hansen. Up and no good, but rebound there. A putback by Tegan Musser. Nice play by Musser. Makes it 27-23 with 3 minutes to go in the first half as Kale Cleveland gets set to check in. Blanchette out to Gabe Larson for three. That'll be offline. Rebound to Tate Gertis. And that has been the story of the night. No second chances really for Vermillion so far. They've just been very successful on the first ones.
Yeah, they're not destroying the rebounds, but they're definitely able to finish when they get an open look.
So here's Musser to Gertis. Gertis guarded by Gabe. And here's Ike. Ike with the step back, step over. Moved, 3, 2, 1. Nice play by Eli Plank. As the shot clock was winding down to cut that lead to 2 for Vermillion. Trey Hansen in the paint, gets it over to Trenton Thomas. Over to Blanchette. Trey guarded out here at the three-point line. Drives in, up at the right hand, and cannot get it to fall. That'll be out of bounds off of Vermillion. So Trenton Thomas checks out. Kale Cleveland checks in. So Hansen, after the 12 points in the first quarter, just 2 so far in the first 6 minutes of this second quarter. As Larson guards Gertis. As here's Aiden Hansen with the ball, leaves that off the back iron. Rebound to Tegan Musser. Ike has that stolen away by Trey Hansen. Hansen behind the back. Has it stolen away as he tries to hit a cutting Cleveland. As they get it ahead to Tegan Musser. Musser up and in, and we're tied back up. It was a 6-point deficit at the timeout. It's now 27-27 with 1:09 to go in quarter number 2. Gabe Larson over to Luke Jensen. Jensen pulls up for the 3, can't hit. And story of the game so far, Lennox gets the rebound with a chance to take the lead with 54 seconds to go in this first half. So here's Talon Ike. Over to Tegan Musser. So they kick it across to Aiden Hansen for 3. Cannot hit. Rebound Blanchette. Pretty much tied with the shot clock and the game clock. About 0.6 of a second difference. So Vermillion will probably play for that final shot. As Trey Hansen is picked up at midcourt by Tate Gertis. Playing really physical, so you could say Tate Gertis your loins, right, Tim? Come on, that was good. All right, Trey Hansen, 8 seconds to go from the three-point line. Luke Jensen drives in, gets it to Blanchette. Blanchette up and cannot get it to hit. And that's the way the first half will end as Trey Hansen tries a no-look behind the back shot. Could not get it to fall. First half ends the way it begins, tied, 27. It didn't start 27-27, but tied at 27. We'll be back with our Vermillion Chamber and Development Company halftime show after these messages. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Knutson Family Dentistry in Vermillion treats you like family. They believe a healthy smile starts with compassionate care. From toddlers to grandparents, their gentle team is here for your whole family. Whether it's a routine checkup or a full smile makeover, they'll keep you comfortable and confident. Knutson Family Dentistry in Vermillion makes your smile shine. Visit Knutson Family Dentistry online or call today, 605-624-6291.
Interior technicians.
Jerry, I need your help. I'm in a real pickle.
How can we help? We clean carpets, furnace and duct cleaning, mold remediation, fire restoration, water damage restoration, office cleaning, and much more.
No, Jerry, I'm in a real pickle. I'm stuck and I can't get out. Hang on, I'll send you a pic so you can see what I mean.
Oh my gosh. When you need it clean, call the Intech team. Fixing pickles since 1984.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. At the half, we're tied 27-27. We have Coach John Brooks with us from the Vermillion Tanager girls. And, Coach, boy, Lennox is pretty much as good as advertised, aren't they?
Yeah, they're really good. Yeah, we obviously knew that coming in. They kind of been doing what they did to us to everybody. They're so athletic, and they have such good guard play, such good athletes. They can transition. They can wear you out. They have really good depth. They really just don't have any weaknesses. And then, maybe you could say they don't really have a true low block kid on the post. If you really wanted to go that, then they bring a 6'5" girl in. So they pretty much got everything.
They do. And what's amazing is as you're watching the game, you're like, oh, Tegan Sturm, she's this. And then all of a sudden it's Andy Peters is hitting threes. Then it's Bergen Musser. And you're like, it's pick your poison, because it's like they're all equal, but no weakness.
Yeah, you were trying to help off a couple kids, but then those, Gertis and Musser, we were trying to keep them away from the hoop, but then they're so good at cutting. They're so athletic. You finally think you get a stop. They miss one, but then they offensive rebound it, kick it out for 3, and then they knock that one down. So it's an uphill battle. We just told our girls, at the end of the day, you got to learn something from it. Individually, you got to take something away, whether it's the speed of the game, the physicality, how they never stop moving, how they're always playing, and learn something from it. We get the weekend to regroup, and then should be a fun night on Tuesday night in our place against Elk Point.
Yeah, it's always fun when EPJ comes to town. It's another boys-girls doubleheader at home. So how does that practice schedule and that reflection look over the next 4 days?
This is different for us. The last 3 years we've always been in the Hanson Classic. So it's always play this one Thursday, get a practice on Friday. Then we always had the late game on Saturday night in Mitchell at the Corn Palace this week. So this is our first weekend off after Lennox in 3 years. So it's going to be good. It's get in. We've told the girls it's basically a stretch day tomorrow. We'll get some shooting in, a nice light practice. Just kind of a recovery practice, get the weekend off, because after this weekend, we play the next 3 Saturdays in a row. So this is kind of our last weekend off for our girls, get them out of there a little bit, and then come back and have a really good practice Monday to get ready for Elk Point.
All right. Well, Coach, obviously with a game like that, like you said, you hope to come away with something that maybe each girl looks at something that they want to improve on or something like that. But all you can do is let it kind of slide off your back. And like you said, look ahead to EPJ, just coming off a loss, coming off a win. You always have to look at the next game.
Yeah, EPJ is one of those teams, we kind of talked about this already. Sioux Falls, Christian Lakes are starting to separate themselves in the region, but the rest of us are all right there together. And, we want to end up at least in that 3 or 4 slot so we can get a home region game. So this game against EPJ is big for both teams, so it should be a fun night.
All right. Well, Coach, thank you so much. I'll let you take off, but I always appreciate you coming up at half to talk a little basketball.
Thanks, Michael.
Thank you. That was Coach John Brooks of the Vermillion Tanagers with us here on our Vermillion Chamber and Development Company halftime show. We'll be back in 1 minute. We'll look at some stats, and we'll be back. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on Fox Sports Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM KVTK, and Vermillion Tanagers, all one word, on YouTube.
If you want somebody to come into your home and fix everything right the first time, look professional, act professional, treat you with respect, you got to call Kaylin's. When they come in, I feel that they want to be there. I feel that they want to help me.
They put on the little booties over their shoes. They had canvas from the garage door all the way down to walk on. They left the furnace room in the basement probably cleaner than it was when they came in.
They just do customer service very well. I would recommend Kaylin's to anyone.
To be honest, it's the people that I work with. I love what I do. You gotta love what you do to come every day. But the people I work with, they come in 10 times easier. You wanna be a part of a team that cares for you and that actually put in the time to teach you and show you the things to do in a proper way. You're just full of people who care.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on Fox Sports Radio and Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube. With Parker Orr and Trenton Rolston, I'm Michael Schumacher. Tied at 27 on the Mesaba scoreboard. Vermillion led by Trey Hansen with 14. Spencer Blanchette and Trenton Thomas with 5 each. and Gabe Larson with 3. And that is right, you did not hear Luke Jensen's name. He was held scoreless in that first half. For Lennox, they're led by Aiden Hansen with 8. Tegan Musser with 8. Tate Gertis with 5. And 2 each for Cole Spieler, Eli Plank, and Drake Mickelson. They were able to make a comeback. It was 27-21 with a few minutes left. They held Vermillion scoreless and managed to bring it back within to tie it. What's your takeaway from that first half?
Well, both teams were putting full effort out there. I mean, you can't have anything better than a tie game. Trey Hansen really, besides a few carry turnovers, he was really dynamic. Catch and shoot, driving to the basket, got a couple foul calls for him. And then also, Spencer Blanchette had a dynamite first half. He forced a couple turnovers. He got an and one that really brought the momentum in Vermillion's favor there. Vermillion really distributed the basketball very well in that first half, and that's kind of what they'll need to continue to do to win.
Well, it should be an interesting second half, and we'll highlight that here shortly. But just a second. And let's take a look around the state, brought to you by Kalen's Indoor Comfort. Kalen's in Yankton, Vermillion, and Sioux City, your indoor comfort store. In boys action, no AA action tonight. In Class A, Stanley County defeats Phillip. Platte Geddes leads Trip Delmont Armor. Mobridge Pollock leads Crow Creek. Groton area defeated Tiashpe Zena 83-9. I hate those scores. Deadwood leads Edgemont. Baltic defeated Chester. Dakota Valley tied with Cedar Catholic out of Nebraska with 7 minutes to go in the game. Freeman leads Bon Home by 23. Parkston and Wagner are tied. Clark Willow Lake defeated DeSmet. Hanson leads Parker Marion 26-20. Britton Heckla leads Florence Henry. Miller leads Sully Buttes. Sisseton leads Aberdeen Roncalli. Millbank leads Redfield. Madison leads Flandreau. And Castlewood leads Great Plains Lutheran. And Wall leads Chamberlain. Ponca, Nebraska leads EPJ. And Hamlin defeats Webster area. And in boys Class B, you have White River over Bennett County in double overtime. Platte Geddes leads TDA. Gettysburg leads Aberdeen Christian. Flandreau Indian over Santee by 60. Lyman defeats Kadoka area. Gregory leads Kimball White Lake. New Underwood over Moorcroft. Baltic defeats Chester. Timberlake leads Harriet Selby area. And Del Rapids St. Mary leads Oldham Ramona Rutland. So that's a look around the state, brought to you by Kalen's. Kalen's Indoor Comfort in Vermillion, Yankton, and Sioux City. Well, we're getting ready for this second half as it's Vermillion 27, Lennox 27, in a first half that was full of ups and downs and ins and outs. This should be a great second half. I'm excited for it. And Parker has taken off his shirt and he's waving it like a flag.
Not quite, but metaphorically we'll go with it.
Exactly. All right, Vermillion will start with possession. Starting 5, brought to you by Central Farmers Cooperative. It is still Gabe Larson, Spencer Blanchette, Trenton Thomas, Luke Jensen, and Trey Hansen. For Lennox, it's Aiden Hansen, Drake Mickelson, Cole Spieler, Tegan Musser, and Tate Gertis. Here's Blanchette with the ball on the right side. Tries to get down low to Luke Jensen, stolen away by Hansen. Not the way you want to start with your first possession. Musser gets it over to Spieler. Aiden Hansen over to Musser. Good defense by Vermillion. As Hansen tries to drive, can't. 8 seconds on the shot clock. They get it out to Tate Gertis for a long 3. Cannot get it. And that rebound into Aiden Hansen. Hansen, that is stolen away by Luke Jensen. So good defensive starts for both teams. as they wanted to travel, but I believe both teams had hands on the ball. I don't know that you call one there, but it is a turnover as it goes back to Lennox. Long three-pointer, no good. Rebound into the hands of Musser. Stolen away by Gabe Larson, and that will be a jump ball that will go to Lennox. But nice job by Larson to create the jump ball, because Tegan Musser at 6'5" inside wanted to go right back up with it, and that was halted by Larson. Like I said, Gabe Larson, one of my favorite players. I just love watching him play out there. Always 100%. Cole Spieler for three, and he drains it from the right side. Makes it 30-27. Lennox's first lead in a while. As Trey Hansen drives in, kicks it out to Trenton Thomas, over to Blanchette. Not great spacing for Vermillion on that one. As they reset the offense here. Trenton Thomas will take that three. Oh, just off the corner. Rebound there by Aiden Hansen. Hansen thought about the three with Blanchette right there. Spieler over to Mickelson. Tate Gertis lays it up and in. Nice athletic move by Tate Gertis. He now has 7 points on the night. And Lennox with a 5-point lead. Vermillion yet to score 2 minutes in to this second half. Trey Hansen is going to be fouled there by Cole Spieler. That'll be Spieler's first, team's first. Oh. Okay, yeah. All right. As they get the ball into Gabe Larson. And there's going to be another foul on Lennox. A quick 2 fouls. And that's going to be on 25. That one's going to be on Tegan Musser. That's going to be his second.
Well, hopefully this can give Vermillion a chance to compose themselves and get back in the flow.
Trey Hansen for a long three, drains it. And Coach Jay Drake wants to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. As Vermillion trails 32-30, 5.5 minutes to go on the Mesaba scoreboard. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance. This is Tanager Basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Starting the first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanagers Basketball. I'm Michael Schumacher with Parker Orr and Trenton Rolston, and I see Trenton is using like the star wipe one. I love that that transition. So 5:31 to go. Vermillion trails 32-30 here in quarter number 3. As here is Cole Spieler, guarded by Trenton Thomas. Gets the ball over to Tate Gertis. Over to Drake Mickelson. So Gertis in the corner, guarded by Trey Hansen. Gertis drives in, turn around. He's met there, and that ball is out to Spieler. 10 seconds. Here's Aiden Hansen. 8 on the shot clock. Aiden Hansen trying to create, and Musser cannot connect. Rebound into the hands of Aiden Hansen, though. And that is up, and that's going to be a foul on Musser, I believe. Or is it out of bounds? Nope, it's going to be a foul, I think, on Musser, and that'll be his third. Tegan Musser with his third personal. Musser, one of the leaders on this team with 8 points right now. You hate losing a 6'5 senior, but 3 fouls, they're going to have to think about switching him out.
Yeah, they might just keep him in until he gets number 4.
Here's Gabe Larson. Over to Trey Hansen. Hansen guarded by Gertis. Trey Hansen cannot get the shot to fall, but that'll be a foul on Gertis. And Trey is really good at drawing fouls. And that'll be Gertis' second. Team's fourth for 3 minutes and 20 seconds in to this third quarter. Trey hits the first free throw. Trey at 18 points on the night. Second free throw, up and good. Tell you what, Trey Hansen gets a lot of hate out there from the opposing team. The fans, you know?
The star player is always the ridicule of the other team.
I know. I had to deal with it all the time. As we are tied at 32 on the Mesaba scoreboard. Gertis for three, no good. And Tate Gertis up with the left hand. Nice play by Tate Gertis. Makes it 34-32 Lennox. Trey Hansen, long three. Cannot get it to fall. Blanchette with the rebound, though. Gabe Larson with the three. Leaves it short. Rebound, Aiden Hansen. As Musser is in there. Banks it in. And Musser now with 10 points. Makes it 36-32. Kind of lowered that shoulder. He's probably lucky he didn't get an offensive foul called on that. Gabe Larson for three, drains it. Gabe Larson with his second three-pointer has 6 points on the night. Makes it 36-35, Lennox on the Mesaba scoreboard. Gertis drives into the paint, kicks it out to Aiden Hansen. Gertis, athleticism there for Tate Gertis. He's able to create. That's why he is the leading scorer on the season. 30-second timeout taken by Lennox. We'll take a 30-second timeout as well. Brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Truckers, commercial fleet, car owners. When you need a DOT inspection, you need a battery, oil change, diagnostic, or specialized tire service for farm, auto, and heavy equipment, JFI will get your vehicle repaired and washed and back on the road. JFI proudly supports Vermillion Tanagers, the community of Vermillion, in business for nearly 100 years for a reason. JFI is the best, and that's no lie. JFI 1218 Compton Court, Vermillion.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball, and Tate Gertis has just gone over 1,000 points for his career. Congratulations to him. As Vermillion trails 38-35, they have possession. Inbounding will be Gabe Larson. Cale Cleveland has checked in, while Trenton Thomas has checked out. Thomas got off to that fast start. He hasn't scored, though, since middle of the first quarter. Cale Cleveland maybe a little bit more athletic, a little more size. We'll see what Coach Drake wants to do. And that is a blocking foul as Trey Hansen creates. And that foul will be on Drake Mickelson. That'll be Mickelson's third. So Talon Ike is set to check in. He'll check in for Drake Mickelson. So again, Mickelson 6'5" checks out. Ike 6 foot checks in. So Hansen looking for the and one to try to tie it up. Hansen with 21 points on the night. Just a few points short of his season average. And he hits. So Trey Hansen makes it 38-38 on the Mesaba scoreboard. 2:56 to go. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Ooh, he took a few steps. I'm surprised they didn't call a travel. And they're going to call a foul on the floor. As that'll be on Luke Jensen, Luke's second. Luke yet to score tonight. If he can get on track or start scoring, it's a different ball game. But right now, it's kind of the Trey Hansen show. As they get it up top to Aiden Hansen for Lennox. Tate Gertis met down low there. Oh! They're going to call a foul on Gabe Larson.
His left arm had a little bit of waist contact. I think that was more of a problem than the block on the ball.
That could be. So Tate Gertis will go to the line to shoot 2. Looking for his next 1,000 points. Hits that free throw. I don't think he'll get there, though. He's a senior. So with about, 12 games left in the season, he'd have to average, 80 points, 83. And he misses the second. Trey Hansen with the rebound. Trey Hansen with the pull-up jumper. Can't get it to fall. Rebound, Talon Ike. So Lennox with the 1-point lead. As they get it out to Aiden Hansen. Over to as they get that over to Tegan Musser, that's going to be a foul on the shot. So that's Luke Jensen's 3rd foul. Coach Drake saying Jensen had position, and I thought he did. I thought Musser went into him. I thought it was going to be foul number 4 on Musser, and I think it probably should have been, but that's not the way the call went as Musser hits free throw number 1. And unfortunately, you can't go by how you think the call should have gone. You have to deal with how the call went, and that is Luke Jensen's 3rd personal. And Musser hits both to give Lennox a 3-point lead. 41-38 with 2 minutes to go in the quarter number 3. Blanchette with the ball. Drives in. Can't get it to fall, and that's a rebound to Eli Plank. And Tate Gertis with the ball up top. Again, Lennox with their biggest lead in a while at a 3-point lead. Tate Gertis for 3. Drains it. So 6-point lead for Lennox is their biggest lead of the game. Now Trey Hansen with 1:21 to go brings the ball up. Pull up, step back jumper, drains it. 3-pointer for Trey Hansen. Cuts that lead to 44-41 with 1:11 to go. Trey now with 25 points on the night. So Tate Gertis, we know he'll pull the trigger from way out there. With a hand in his face even, so we'll see. As Plank is going to get fouled by Cale Cleveland. That'll be the 4th team foul. That'll be Cleveland's 1st personal. So inbounding for Lennox will be Gertis. Out there you have Aiden Hansen, Tegan Musser, Talon Ike, and Eli Plank. As that is stolen away by Cale Cleveland. Nice job by Cale. 40 seconds to go. Hansen, long 3, drains it. Trey Hansen from NBA 3 ties it up at 44. Shot clock is off. 30 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. Tate Gertis guarded by Gabe Larson. Tegan Musser sets the pick. As Aiden Hansen tries to get it to a cutting Musser. Musser can't get it to fall. Rebound to Blanchette. He cannot get his shot off before the quarter ends. And the third quarter ends the way it began. Tied. Both teams score 17. It's tied at 44. We'll be back. 8 minutes of great basketball left or more from Lennox on the Mesaba scoreboard, tied at 44. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality healthcare, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
Get the finest wood in the neighborhood. Down at the lumberyard. Down at the lumberyard.
But it's not just wood at the lumberyard. With a wide variety of quality building materials, the folks at the lumberyard can help you with all of your project needs. Whether it be paint, siding, cabinets, windows, or of course lumber, the lumberyard is ready to help. The best wood in the neighborhood at the lumberyard, 1000 West Cherry Street in Vermillion.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball. I'm Michael Schumacher with Trenton Rolston and Parker Orr. We enter the fourth quarter tied at 44. This has been a great ball game. Nobody's led by more than 5 or 6 all evening long. Vermillion starts with possession. Luke Jensen yet to score. Gets it over to Trenton Thomas. Gabe Larson to Trey Hansen. Trey Hansen drives in, lays it up and in, and he gets a foul. And that's going to be on Tate Gertis. That'll be Gertis' third as Trey Hansen hits the bucket. Tries to give Vermillion a 3-point lead here. Or did they not give him the bucket? I hope they did. 46-44, Vermillion leads. Trey Hansen, that's his 30th point of the night. Looking to make it 31. Just short. His first miss from the line tonight. He's 5 of 6. 7:42 to go on the Mesaba scoreboard. Vermillion leading 46-44. Spieler gets it over to Tate Gertis. Gertis hits a cutting musser. Oh, that's going to be a foul on Trey Hansen. He probably should have just let it go. You try to swipe down from behind. They're going to call it almost every time, even if you don't make contact. So that's Trey Hansen's first personal, first of the quarter. As here's Aiden Hansen, guarded out there, thought about taking the three. Hansen guarded by Blanchette. Hansen unable to connect. Gets his own rebound. Oh, they're going to give him the shot. I thought the whistle blew before he even went up. So that's on Gabe Larson. That's Larson's second. As Hansen hits that one, first free throw is up. Makes it 45-46. And he hits both. Tied at 46. Trey Hansen bringing the ball up. Long three for Trey. Oh, cannot hit. Nice job by Gabe Larson. Oh, and they're going to call it out on Gabe. But a nice job by Gabe to even try at that rebound. And I know Trey is feeling it, but I'm sure Coach Drake might have wanted him to work the offense a little bit. You've got a few players with 3 fouls. You've got Mickelson, Gertis, and Musser with 3 fouls. You might want to try to get some more on them. Hansen for a long three, drains it. Makes it 49-46, and they have not been able to stop Trey when he drives. So Trey drives in. Gets it over to Gabe Larson, up and in. Nice assist. Nice assist for Trey. And they take a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. Brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. It is 48-49 in favor of Lennox on the Mesaba scoreboard. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Welcome to Runnings in Vermillion. Shop their great lineup of clothes for women. Names like Ariat and Carhartt for men. Boots and shoes and kids' clothing. Runnings has a large supply of animal food and accessories. Love the outdoors? See the selection of ammo, firearms, and fishing equipment. For everything you need, walk through the doors at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store, Vermillion.
The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Vermillion is proud to support local athletics like USD and the Tanagers. The DQ Fall flavors are in, and DQ has great food at great prices. Get a $7 meal deal. Choose from a cheeseburger or 3-piece chicken basket with fries, a drink, and a sundae for only $7. Got an office team party or birthday party? If you want to celebrate, don't bake, buy a DQ cake. And DQ supports the Sanford Children's Network. So after the game, take your team for a thrill.
There you go.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher with Parker Orr and Trenton Rolston with 6:15 to go on the Masaba scoreboard. Vermillion trails 49-48. This has been a great game. We thought it would be. It always is when Lennox and Vermillion get together. As Musser kicks it back out to Gertis. Over to Mickelson. Here's Spieler, kicks it back out to Musser. Long three for Tate Gertis. Rebound, Trenton Thomas. Nice job by Trenton. Good positioning there. As Trey drives in, step back jumper, cannot get it to fall. Gets his own rebound, can't get it to fall, but that's going to be number 4 on Tate Gertis. So Gertis now with 4 fouls with 5:36 to go in quarter number 4, but he is such a driving force. I don't know that you can pull him. I don't think he's been to the bench yet tonight, so they're calling Trey a free throw merchant. He went up for a rebound. Not quite sure how that's being a merchant, but whatever. Buy low, sell high. 49-49 with 5:36 to go. Hits the second one as well. Vermillion back on top, 50-49. 5:33 to go. As here is Spieler. Floater, no good. Rebound, Trey Hansen. Trey, long three. Oh, that was off. Gabe Larson with the rebound. And that's a long three for Gabe Larson. Larson with 11 points on the night. So what are they calling? Oh, somebody spiked the ball down. So is it a warning? Must be a warning. I don't know. So bench warning, whatever. 5:05 to go. Vermillion leads 53-49. Gabe Larson with 11 points tonight. I really like the way Gabe Larson plays. I really do.
Oh, yeah.
So here's Musser with Gertis. Gertis looks to drive. Poked away by Trey Hansen. Euro step for Tate Gertis. That was a nice move by Gertis. Makes it 53-51. Lennox takes a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Slumberland Furniture at 2401 Broadway in Yankton, home of Kirkland Furniture Group's bedroom groups by Laguna and dining sets by Tower and Catadel. They're also the only place to offer furniture by Flex Steel and the biggest selection of Lazy Boy in the area. The Mattress Gallery is full of the best brand name mattresses in the business, including the all-new Tempur-Pedic Active Breeze personalized climate-controlled mattress. Slumberland Furniture, dining, bedroom sets, and mattresses in Yankton.
Oh, be back. Welcome back to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank with Parker Orr and Trenton Rolston. I'm Michael Schumacher. Hey, Parker, knock, knock.
Who's there?
Britney Spears.
I'm not going to fall for this one.
Oh, no, do it again. Nobody else has heard it.
Britney Spears, who?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Oops, I did it again.
There you go.
It's not every broadcast you get a good Britney Spears joke.
Oh, exactly.
All right, so Vermillion with possession, 4:34 to go, leading 53-51. This has been just an amazing game. I'm loving every part of this. So Trey Hansen drives in, kicks it out to Larson. Gabe for three, drains it! Gabe Larson with another three-pointer. 14 points on the night for main man Gabe. 4:18 to go, leading by 5 for the Tanagers. As Spieler gets it down to Mickelson. Mickelson loops it up underneath, and Trey Hansen with the rebound. Nice job by Trey. Trey drives in, step, and good for Trey Hansen. Trey now with 34 points. Vermillion now with a 7-point lead. This is their biggest lead of the game. 3:45 to go. Tate Gertis playing with 4 fouls. Musser with 3. Long distance for Aiden Hansen. No good. Gets his own rebound. Going to be fouled by Spencer Blanchette on the shot. Nice job by Aiden Hansen to go after his own rebound as Cale Cleveland is going to check in. As that foul is on Trey Hansen. Okay. I thought it might have been on Blanchette, but that is Trey Hansen's second personal. As Hansen hits that first free throw. He now has 14 points on the night. Spencer Blanchette comes to the bench as Jay Drake kind of talks to him. I think it's about not getting positioned on that rebound. As Hansen misses that one, and he steps on the line after getting the rebound. Good quickness there.
Yeah, Hansen has great instincts to find the basketball. He did on that rebound he did right there, but stepped out of bounds.
So long distance for Trenton Thomas. Cannot get it to fall. Luke Jensen taps it into the hands of Hansen. Hansen behind the back. Loose ball. And that's going to be a jump ball. And possession arrow. We can't see who it favors here. But Vermillion leads 58-52. What was that?
Jump ball.
Oh, jump ball. Okay. Yeah. I thought he called a foul. I was like, what?
No.
Okay.
I wish in high school they jumped for the ball.
I know. That'd be awesome.
It's such a great part of basketball.
It is. It is. So 58-52. 3:11 to go here in quarter number 4. Vermillion leading. Out there for Vermillion, it's Cale Cleveland, Gabe Larson, Luke Jensen, Trey Hansen, and Trenton Thomas. For Lennox, it's Aiden Hansen. Aiden Hansen just got fouled by Cale Cleveland on a three-pointer. That'll be Cleveland's second, and that is just one thing you don't want to do.
Yeah, with a 6-point lead, it's tough to give up 3 right here.
Because unfortunately, I mean, he didn't affect the shot. You know, the shot wasn't going to go in, so Hansen makes the first free throw. He's 4 or 5 from the line tonight. Second free throw, nothing but net. Hansen, the leading scorer on the season for this team, is just 1 or 2 points below his season average. Tate Gertis, the other leading scorer, is right at his season average. As Hansen hits all 3. Makes it 58-55, a 3-point lead. As Trey Hansen up top, gets it over to Gabe Larson. Luke Jensen to Trey. Trey drives in, pull-up jumper, cannot get it to fall. Rebound to Lennox. Tate Gertis drives in, cannot get it to fall. And that rebound to Trey Hansen into the hands of Trenton Thomas. So Vermillion with a 3-point lead with 2.5 minutes to go. You'd love to stop the bleeding here and get a, even if it's 2 points, you know. Just a solid offensive possession. Hansen goes up, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Trey Hansen. That'll be his third. Wow. I'm a homer because I thought he was moving.
Yeah, probably
So
just
it was
normal
close,
layup,
but 58-55,
kinda.
2:17 to go. So Lennox looking to pull within one or tie it up. Aiden Hansen for three. Drains it. That ties it up with 2 minutes to go as Spencer Blanchette looks to check back in. Trey Hansen with the ball. Drives in. Into the paint, kicks it out to Cale Cleveland for three. Off the back iron. And Vermillion with 5 team fouls this quarter to 2 for Lennox. It's always odd to see that kind of disparity as Gertis back in the paint, kicks it out to Mickelson, over to Hansen. Hansen drives in, floater up, no good. And that's a rebound, Luke Jensen, as Tegan Musser couldn't get the putback. And Coach Jay Drake wants to take a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance. It's a full timeout with 1:12 to go. Vermillion 58, Lennox 58 on the Mesaba scoreboard. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small, just as it should be. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of choices to make sure you have the perfect coverage to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance.
Clay County Abstract and Title Company has a complex job that boils down to something very simple: helping you purchase your dream with confidence. When investing in a new home, a new site for your business, or piece of property, you want peace of mind that the property is truly yours. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has been doing just that since 1940. Part of your dreams come true.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. 1:12 to go. Vermillion tied at 58 with Lennox. Trey Hansen with the ball, gets over to Gabe Larson. Vermillion moving left to right. Trey Hansen drives in, pull-up jumper. No foul called. Rebound to Lennox. Again, 2 fouls called on Lennox this quarter, 5 on Vermillion. As they get the ball out to Aiden Hansen. Vermillion in need of a stop. As Luke Jensen tracks that down with the steal. So 6-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. If you're Vermillion, do you try to take it down to almost the shot clock, or leaving about 5 or 6 seconds left? Trey Hansen up top, guarded out there by Cole Spieler. 11 seconds on the shot clock. 10, 9. They get it over to Gabe Larson, who drives in. Pull-up jumper from the baseline. Can't get it to fall. Rebound into the hands of Aiden Hansen. He loses control, and timeout taken by Coach Hinker. 4.8 seconds to go. We're just going to keep it here. Parker, what do you think? What are they going to do?
Well, you only need 2 here. I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of play a taller lineup, try to set a backdoor screen and get someone going to the rim to take a shot. They do have enough time to take a catch-and-shoot jump shot, but 4 seconds, you can't find it. You don't want to just throw it up. I think they pass it to somebody that's cutting at the basket, and they just throw it up there.
Now, on Vermillion's possession, I'll be honest, there was a lot of contact on Gabe Larson. And I've mentioned the fouls a few times. There's been a lot of contact on Vermillion on the offensive end for only 2 fouls to have been called against Lennox, with 5 against Vermillion. you don't see that kind of disparity that often. It feels like there's been a lot of contact allowed. I think part of the story of the night, though, you have Trey Hansen with 34, Luke Jensen with no points tonight. That is not something that I had on my scorecard coming in.
Yeah, they've really kind of neutralized Jensen. He got some open looks early, but I think an emphasis on the Lennox basketball, like their game plan, really try to take Jensen out. They protect the paint well, and it's shown.
So out there for Vermillion, Larson, Thomas, Blanchette, Hansen, and Jensen. For Lennox, it's Mickelson, Spieler, Gertis, Hansen, and Musser. They get it into Musser out at the three-point line. And nice job by Gabe Larson. Out of bounds. But they're going to call it out of bounds on Larson. I kind of thought it might have touched Gertis, but either way, nice job by Gabe as Tate Gertis was cutting to the basket. So another timeout taken. Again, we're just going to keep it right here. 1.7 seconds to go. They're going to inbound under the basket, which gives you a lot of options when you're talking. You have a number of 6'5" players out there. Musser, 6'5". Mickelson, 6'5". Gertis is 6'3". Spieler, 6'1". Aiden Hansen, 6 foot. So it offers you a lot of options out there to try to do something right under the basket.
Yeah, you just bounce the ball in quick, make sure somebody gets possession. They're going to go up for a shot immediately, and if you're Vermillion, you can't foul because one free throw wins them the game. So an inside shot here for Lennox could.
And here's the thing. They're going to be fairly close to being under the basket, so you're not going to be able to really do an alley-oop type that I think they would like to try. You're going to be just off the free throw line. It would be a tough angle, so they're going to actually have to catch it and then shoot it. 1.7 seconds. Cole Spieler to inbound for Lennox. No. Well, Coach Drake wants to take a timeout now. And it's a full timeout, but we're going to keep. We've been through our ads twice, right?
Yes.
Okay. We're just going to keep it right here. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. This timeout would be brought to you by Murph's Appliance, but we're just going to keep it right here. Again, this has been a great game, back and forth. These are two equally yoked teams, and they're both in the same region. So they could end up playing each other a second time for, I think, would be the 4th year in a row where they would face each other in the regular season and in region play.
Yeah, no, this could really ramp up in the postseason. I mean, it's great to have these heated rivalries with full crowds and close games down here.
So again, out there for Vermillion, Luke Jensen at 6'5", Trey Hansen at 6'4", Gabe Larson at 6'1", Spencer Blanchette and Trenton Thomas, both around 5'10", 5'11". For Lennox, you're going to have Aiden Hansen at 6 foot, Cole Spieler at 6'1", Drake Mickelson 6'5", Tate Gertis 6'3", and Tegan Musser at 6'5". 1.7 seconds to go. Spieler to inbound for Lennox, right under their basket, just off the free throw lane. Nobody guarding Spieler. And that, I mean, there's two different schools of thought there. They try to, they get into cutting Aiden Hansen, floater up, and good! At the buzzer, the floater by Aiden Hansen is up and good. And Lennox gets away with a victory. As the students storm the court. So we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll come back with some stats, our post-game show, and maybe Coach Jay Drake. With Parker Orr and Trenton Rolston, I'm Michael Schumacher. We'll be right back.
Warmer days are coming, and sooner or later your air conditioning will need to kick in as well. But what if it doesn't? Well, don't wait. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling. With 43 years in the business, we're very knowledgeable on what we do and how we serve our customers. You can rest assured that when you call day or night, someone will always pick up the call. Join our elite club today and become a priority member. Skip the line, get discounts on services, and have no overtime fees. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling for expert service from factory-trained technicians.
I know.
I'm Blaine Olson, owner of Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. I grew up here, graduated here, and now have a business here. I'm proud to serve the community that has helped me live this dream. I have top-notch equipment, the latest in training, along with a work ethic and the desire to serve you. Should you need repairs in the future, please remember Blaine's Body Shop across from Polaris on the Highway 50 bypass in Vermillion.
Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Now online at blainsbodyshop.com.
Hey kids, it's never too early to start planning for your future. Did you know Masaba provides scholarships and tuition assistance? They are committed to your success, offering engineering, drafting, and welding opportunities, plus scholarships, job shadowing, and mentorship programs. Learn more at masabainc.com/careers. When I grow up, I want to work at Masaba.
Masaba Manufacturing. Unlock your future and rock with us.
Todd's Electric, your full-service electrical contracting company. Todd's Electric services residential, commercial, agricultural, and industrial customers. From the simplest service call to the most complex design-build project, Todd's Electric has the expertise to do it right. Call Todd's Electric for all your electrical needs. Todd's Electric helping you control all things electric. Except for lightning. Todd's Electric. Go Tanagers!
Wanting a specialist without leaving town? We've got you covered. Our clinic offers specialists for the health and wellness of your family. From pediatricians to OBGYNs, plus primary care. You can find it all at Vermillion Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home.
If you're looking for the perfect fit, Vermillion Vision Care Associates fits like the right pair of glasses. Vision Care Associates has its roots in family eye care, and the doctors are well known for being primary eye care providers. With the ability to treat and diagnose a variety of settings, Vermillion Vision Care Associates is the right fit for you. Plus, they can fit you into a new pair of glasses, sunglasses, or contacts that feel just right. With continuing education, see the best doctors at Vermillion Vision Care Associates.
Welcome to Wall of Fame, where style meets customization, specializing in crafting custom clothing and print shirts. We ensure every stitch and every print is of the highest quality, so you get the best clothes every time. We're here for all your promotion needs, and the best part, our process is seamless. Simply share your designs with us and we'll handle the rest. Get custom clothes for the best price. Wall of Fame.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank, where Vermillion falls 60-58 on a last-second floater by Aiden Hansen. It was tight all the way through. Vermillion led after one, 19-17. It was tied at 27 at the half. It was tied at 44 after three, and Lennox comes away with that 60-58 victory. Trey Hansen leads the way for Vermillion with 34. Gabe Larson with 14, and 5 for both Spencer Blanchette and Trenton Thomas. Luke Jensen, averaging about 18 points a game on the season, did not have any points tonight. For Lennox, they were led by Aiden Hansen's 22, 17 for Tate Gertis, 5 for Cole Spieler, and 2 for Eli Plank, 2 for Drake Mickelson and 2 for Tegan Musser. And we do have Coach Jay Drake with us here, so I'll give him the headset. Well, Coach, we said it was going to be a good game. It did not disappoint. How are you guys and the team feeling right now?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's tough to lose a game that way. It's 2 good basketball teams, right? 2 top 10 teams, probably 2 top 5 teams, to be quite honest, and give them a lot of credit. We had 2 stretches, and you got to play 32 minutes. We talked to our guys at halftime. We talked to our guys a couple timeouts in the third, fourth quarter. We didn't control the controllables from the things we can take care of on the court. Too many loose balls. We didn't come up 50-50 plays. They got the O boards, didn't get it done. And yet the game's right there, right? We're up 27-21. We didn't finish the half on both ends of the floor. We had bad offensive possessions, didn't get stops. It's 27-27. And then we lead 58-51 with whatever it was, 3 minutes to go. And again, it's one of those things. You don't even probably have to play both ends. If you just figure out and play one end and get stops, or play the offensive end and get a few buckets, you control things. And we had bad offensive possessions, didn't get things done. And then defensively, and obviously we put ourselves in a position where something like that can happen. And that's on us, and our kids have got to learn from that. Tough way to lose one, especially when you feel like you have control of the basketball game midway through the fourth quarter.
Well, and it looks like they seem to do a pretty good job on Luke. You know, he missed a couple of turnarounds that he's been hitting all season, but then really they seem to neutralize him from even getting some shots off. How did that affect you guys?
Well, we need him scoring, right? I mean, as a kid averaging 18 points and he gets 0 on the basketball game, and give them credit defensively. But he's got to fight through some of that stuff too. I thought it affected at times both ends of the floor. And as a whole, at the end of the day, it's 2 good teams and it's battling. And, if that shot doesn't go in and we end up winning in overtime, everyone feels great. And yet there's a lot of things that we controlled that we didn't take care of from an effort standpoint that probably shouldn't have had us in that position. And until we get over the hump of taking care of some of those things, that's why we're in the position we are. Late in the game, that is.
Yeah, and I liked what I saw from Gabe Larson. I mean, I think he's somebody that is always able to contribute. I was able to hit from the outside, but it was more. I mean, we're going to look at the 14 points, but I thought he was great defensively. I know Gertis ended up with 16 or 17 points, but Gabe was on him a lot, and I thought he did a nice job of making him work for everything. And he was getting to some loose balls, and really just a solid player out there. And if not for Luke, not having his off night, feels like that's a difference maker for a team.
Yeah, Gabe has been solid all year on the defensive end, and like you said, Gertis is a second-team All-State player last year. He made it hard on him, and then you knew it was coming at some point, right? I think he hit 2 or 3 threes that were big ones and at key moments too, and it was just a matter of time before he kind of busted out with some of those. So that's good for his confidence and everything. And it's one of those nights you just wish we could have stuck it all together, and especially that's the hard thing, right? It's not just a conference game, but a region seeding. We said the same thing last year. Obviously, they got us pretty good in the regular season, but a game like this is a huge swing game one way or the other from a seeding standpoint.
Well, now you have to, water off a duck's back. You have 4 days and then another game back at home. What's the process between now and then?
Yeah, we told our guys got to get back to work, right? Back in practice, much like we don't have to go in the morning like we did last week, but got to have a good practice tomorrow. We'll give them the weekend off as usual here just to get some rest and get their bodies back. And then it's, we're in a stretch here with 5 straight DAC 12 games and 2 more next week. EPJ at home, Girls-Boys Doubleheader, which is a rival down the road, always fun. And then Christian next week. So never going to be easy. Game number 9 here tonight. It's a tough one to swallow and stuff, but it's just like anything in life. You got to find a way to just keep moving forward.
All right. Well, Coach, thank you so much for coming up and talking to us. Really appreciate it. You guys travel safely on the way back.
All right, thanks a lot, Michael.
Okay, thank you. That was Coach Jay Drake, head coach for the Vermillion Tanagers, who fall tonight 60-58. Well, Parker, I'm going to look up some scores from around the state. We'll take a look at that. But your thoughts on tonight's game as you walk away from this?
Yeah, I mean, the entire way, I almost thought it got jinxed when you said 8 minutes and maybe more. We had multiple quarters. It ended tie. This was a boxing match, just right hook, left hook. Each team just really throwing their best effort out there. I mean, you got to give Vermillion credit for shooting great. Trey Hansen really had that star performance today. The loose ball was a big factor into this. I feel like when a jump ball could be forced, when a rebound could be got, when a pass could be deflected, whether it went out of bounds or was turned over, I really think the extra effort was made by the Tanagers today. And like you said, you kind of wish that Jensen could have gotten it going today, but he still made an impact on the game. I mean, defensively, rebounding the basketball.
He did. And, there's a lot. Sometimes you can learn more from a loss than a win. And so, not that it ever feels good, but hopefully they can. And so, we walk away 6-3 now. But at the very least, if you do play them again, you can beat them. This was right there for the taking. And so let's take a look around the state in girls action on the Kalen's Indoor Comfort Look Around the State. In AA girls, Sioux Falls Jefferson beat T-Area. Brandon Valley beat Harrisburg. In A, of course, Lennox beat Vermillion here earlier. TDA over Platte Geddes. Mobridge Pollock over Crow Creek. Cheyenne Eagle Butte over St. Francis Indian. Chester over Baltic. Hamlin over Webster Area. Castlewood over Great Plains Lutheran. Millbank over Redfield. Corsica Stickney over Winter. Wagner defeats Parkston 48-37. Hanson over Parker Marion. Freeman defeats Bon Home 90-19. Wow. Wall over Chamberlain 67-18. Miller over Sully Buttes 45-12. Ponca beats EPJ. Lakota Tech beat Shadron out of Nebraska 51-50. Del Rapids over Beersford 67-60. Sioux Valley beat McCook Central Montrose. Groton area girls beat Tehachapi Xena 71-3. Lyman over Stanley County. And those are your updates in Class A. In Class B, Sanborn Central won. Santee won. TDA won. Gettysburg is winning. Wolsey Wessington won. Chester won. Dubrook area, Castlewood. Gayville Vollen beat Viborg Hurley 53-22. Corsica Stickney won. Wagner won. Freeman won. Centerville beat Irene Wakanda 56-32. Wall was a winner. Miller was a winner. Highmore Herald and Gregory, along with Hankinson out of North Dakota. Northwestern defeats Ipswich. And Wessington Springs is a winner. So those are a look at your girls' games. In boys, no AA today. In A, Lennox beats Vermillion. Stanley County won. Platte Geddes is winning. Mobridge Pollock, Groton area 83-9 over Tehachapi Xena. Lead Deadwood leading Edgemont. Baltic defeats Chester. Dakota Valley beats Cedar Catholic 55-47. Freeman over Bon Home 60-36. Britton Hecla wins. Arlington wins. Clark Willow Lake over DeSmet. Millbank is winning. Parkston over Wagner in boys action. Sully Buttes over Miller 60-57. Flandreau over Madison 59-52. Hanson over Parker Marion 66-61. Sisseton over Aberdeen Roncalli 66-50. Great Plains wins. Wall wins. St. Thomas More winning over Custer. Hamlin over Webster area, and Ponca defeats EPJ. And then in Class B, Stanley County, White River, Aberdeen Christian, Platte Geddes all winners, Platte Geddes leading TDA 60-56. Flandreau Indian, Groton area, lead Deadwood, Lyman, New Underwood, Gregory, and Baltic all winners. Timberlake, unfortunately, defeats the Harriet Selby area. We can't stand Timberlake. Timberlake's just a trash community with trash people. It's a personal thing. Andy Central over Mitchell Christian. Parker agrees, though.
No, I don't.
Del Rapids St. Mary defeats Oldham Ramona Rutland. Freeman over Bonhomme. Viborg Hurley beats Gayville Vollen, but you know what? They beat him by 22. That's respectful for Gayville Vollen. Viborg Hurley is a really, really good team. They're number 1 for a reason. Arlington over Elkton Lake Benton. Clark Willow Lake over DeSmet. Parkston over Wagner. Sully Buttes over Miller. And that will do it for our Kalen's Indoor Comfort look around the state. Oh, with 1 minute to go, Irene Wakanda leads Centerville by 10 in boys action. So that's our look around the state, brought to you by Kalen's. And Parker, do you have anything else to say?
Not too much. I mean, this is a really good showing from both Vermillion squads. I feel like they can take a lot of lessons against this great Lennox program, and it kind of use these as great practice for later in the season, potentially postseason run. Playing a team like Lennox, you really can hone your defense and how versatile your offense really needs to be. When you're listing off those scores, I was hoping you said this team's a winner, this team's a winner. I was hoping you go, winner is a winner. You know, I was really hoping I was hoping for the double winner, but
double winner, winner, and then chicken dinner.
Yeah, if only a school was named Chicken Dinner.
I know, wouldn't that be awesome? All right, and like I said, Parker agrees with me. Timberlake is trash. Oh no, you're muted. Oh no, you're muted, man. All right, from Lennox with Trenton Rolston and Parker Orr, I'm Michael Schumacher, and this has been our Vermillion Chamber and Development Company post-game show. Again, Vermillion, both boys and girls, unfortunately lose both ends of the doubleheader. But this boys' game is one for the ages. A floater by Aiden Hansen at the buzzer to take the victory. Vermillion now 6-3 on the season. We'll be back in action on Tuesday night. Just a reminder, we were the only Vermillion broadcasting crew that came up to Lennox, just like we were the only ones that went up to Groton area. So when you're looking for a streaming partner to watch your Vermillion Tanagers, there's only one that covers them all. That's us. So with Parker Orr and Trenton Rolston, I'm Michael Schumacher. You guys have a great night.
This has been a presentation of Vermillion Tanagers football on ESPN 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, and Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube. Brought to you by our corporate sponsor, First Dakota National Bank of Vermillion, and the following Vermillion Sportscaster Club members: Murph's Appliance, Knudsen Family Dentistry, Runnings of Vermillion, Vermillion Chamber and Development Company, Vermillion Vision Care, Voyage Credit Union, Todd's Electric, Slumberland, Larry's Heating and Cooling, Masaba, Blaine's Body Shop, Clay County Abstract, The Lumberyard, Yankton Thrive, Johnson Feed, Vermillion Medical Clinic, First Dakota National Bank, Kalen's, Fuller Digital Solutions, Thermobond, Intech, Dairy Queen of Vermillion, Farmers Union Insurance, Vermillion Auto Works, Dave's Roofing, Pizza Ranch of Vermillion, and Candy's Couture. For complete coverage of Vermillion Tanager Athletics, keep it tuned to ESPN 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, and Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube.